All right, welcome everyone to another exciting session of Steam Age, or Tellos Steam Age. Of course, I messed that up right at the beginning. Oh well, move on. I am your humble host. I am the DM for Order, and these are my ragtag group that is going to be the players for today. If you're familiar with us, this is session 17. If you're unfamiliar with us, welcome. This is first time viewing. We are happy always have people coming in. Also, if you want to check out our YouTube channel or Twitch channel, we have our castle all the old previous videos up as well as on YouTube, so you can get caught up after the show for it all. We also have a another program that usually airs on Thursdays, the Acronymic Adventures, which is hosted by our other DM, which is Chaos. Uh, who also plays here in this campaign, Lance. Unfortunately, he's not going to be in today. We hope he's enjoying his time off for it, but hopefully he'll be back regularly starting next week. We'll see when he's going to also be doing his next show, but usually it's also on Thursdays. So if you're interested in watching a show with that takes place in a massive continent where individuals are trained by the guild in a to survive the harsh elements of various wilds and different climates and terrains, feel free to tune in. It takes place in an age of antiquity where magic is very limited outside of the basic cities and fun times. All right. Uh, Lumi, what kind of ears are you sporting today? I know I think they're different. Is it because new month, new look?
Yeah, new December, because December's all about bears. That's what they say. They say when you think Christmas and the holidays and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, you think bears.
I
So
mean, polar bears and Coca-Cola, it makes sense.
this is a Diet Dr. Pepper household. I have no say, but I don't really drink soda that much. So I'm the Diet Dr. Pepper bear. I've also got these little delightful snowflake pretzels that I will be snacking on.
Snack away. So awesome. All right. We will be all. Yeah, I think it'll. That's good. We'll see what other new things are coming up this December. I know, especially with the holidays coming up, we're going to be seeing about if we're going to be still playing consistently on all the Tuesdays. I think we are, but we'll be putting out announcements just to confirm things going forward for it. But without further ado, but further ado, does anyone have anything they want to bring up at this moment before we officially get started?
I loved you and I missed you all. That's all.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate
Tim.
that.
Well, I love you and I miss you all more.
Make it a
Thank you.
competition. Perfect. All right. Now, without further ado, let's get started today's session of Steam Age. All right. Last time, our group was in, well, last two sessions, I should say. Last two sessions, our group was involved in a little bit of a time suit in which the group was trying, or some of the group, not all, some of the group members were trying to join Skender's Guild. Many of them had interviews, many of them had combat trials afterwards, and some of them received several sendings, all taking place on the beginning of month, the first of Heat, all the way to the third of Heat. So far, Lance, Zanny, Erlon, and Calliope have all received invites or offers to join Skender's Guild. We are going to be doing a little bit of a finish up with the time soup as we are circling back to the second of Heat with whether or not Alice, how her progress with the interview goes for it. We're also going to do a little bit then from there, jumping forward to the third of Heat with the group deciding which of them are going to be accepting the offers, going to Skender's Guild, and essentially joining the premier guild of one of the last three major guilds in all of Aramir. So, and then from there, we'll see we go to the fourth of Heat with you all taking on your first mission and seeing how that goes, or at least the beginning. Now, we take it to the scene, and let me change the scene for a moment. With Alice. We're going right into it. So, Alice, the you were told to go into the interview, let's say 2 o'clock. Would you have gone there early, late, on time?
I
How punctual? would
I
Alice be?
think I said 15 minutes early.
15 minutes early? Okay. Great. Let me put you on the screen. And did the screen change? Do you see the new map, the scanners? Okay. Always paranoid about that. Shenanigan happened last campaign with it. So, all right. You should have access to your token for it. Now, you arrive 15 minutes early. You do see the individuals here. They're less. Well, you would have no context for it, but they do seem to be a little bit more relaxed state of mind, a little bit of grouping. And when they see you, they do kind of like all turn. What is her reaction as she sees several of the veterans kind of like turn around and look at her? Not in any hostility, but just they were in a casual mode. Now suddenly they're shifting into, all right, showtime, so to speak.
Oh, Alice is just going to wave at them and then she's going to go sit down at a table because it's not her meeting time yet.
Yep. Great. Let's see. Uh, roll me a d6, please.
Awesome. They aren't just all going to do my interview together. They're not going to hold hands and bully me with questions.
All right. So, 2. Sophia does come over to you and's like, "Hi, you're Alice Mazer, right?"
Yes, darling, the one and only. She's going to hold up her hand.
She kind of like shakes your hand a little bit, and you definitely feel how strong she is, especially from the thick gloves that probably have been used for punching things. So, but she does shake your hand. Nice to meet you. If you hang tight, I think Etor is doing your interview. Should take only like I'll let him know that you're here a little early.
Thank you, darling. No rush. I'm fully content just sitting here if I need to.
She nods and she heads over.
I'm going to pour myself a drink, though.
Okay. Are you trying to be discreet about it, or are
No,
you?
no. Have you met Alice?
No, I'm just asking.
She's gonna be in the middle. Someone's gonna get like their kids being christened, and she's just pouring one in the background.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. 1 second. All right. About 7 minutes go by before you are actually called in for your interview. So you are getting a little bit of an early start to it, but Sophia comes over. All right, the big guy's ready for you. You ready?
Of course, darling. I was born ready.
All right, come on with me. And I'm gonna drag your token for a moment. You go up the stairs. You're still with your martini glass and everything?
Oh yeah.
All right, just for funsies, roll me a dexterity check. The DC is 5. Just not to spill your drink.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 7
Why?
total. You're good. Like I said, not super hard, but you're going to up a spiral staircase where you're kind of like having the jostle effect
She's
for it.
gonna put it away before she goes in the door, but she will take the last. She will finish it at the door.
Okay. Sophia just like looks at you, just like, all right, just turns around and doesn't say anything. Getting the feeling like she doesn't really care, but this is just unusual, but she doesn't care. Do you knock on the door?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought she escorted me inside.
She got you to the door.
Oh yeah, no, she'll knock on the door.
Come in, please.
I'll also go in. Is there any seats?
Yep, there's seats. It is an office, a little customized for Etor, since he is canonically a large creature. Books are still normal size, which makes it a little interesting for when he's trying to read and things. But overall, everything is the furniture is adjusted for him. The actual books and items are not.
So am I gonna look ridiculous sitting in one of his chairs?
There is a smaller chair. There's
Okay.
two types of chairs in front of him. One's a big a chair suited for large creatures, another for medium creatures.
We love the accessibility in here, though. She's gonna take a small chair.
Okay. You sit in there, and before you sit, he does offer his hand
Oh,
to shake.
she will shake his hand.
Please have a seat. And he kind of like sits down and begins the interview process with you. Well, first off, thank you for making time to come here on such short notice.
Oh, Of course, darling. Thank you for having me.
Someone spoke very highly of you, and we wanted to make sure to give you a chance with things for it, on top of the abilities and things you've expressed in your application.
I don't want to know who it was, but I hope I can one day express my thanks that they spoke so well of me.
That being said, I would like to know the your application had one perspective of who you are, but I would like to know a little bit about yourself, hearing it straight from you. Tell me a little bit about yourself that wasn't on this application.
Alice looks a little bit stumped for a moment. What, to be completely honest with you, darling, the most I can tell you about myself was on that application, and that, in and of itself, is why I have decided to become an adventurer, because I haven't the foggiest who I am. So I'm going to go find her. And perhaps in like 6 months' time, I can tell you a proper answer to that question.
A fair answer.
You don't grow up rich and, having things given to you and marry rich and have a personality half the time.
Hmm. Many people who are of your station don't become adventurers, being content with their lot. Why are you interested in joining Skinner's Guild?
Because I don't want to spend the rest of my life simply content.
You wish to expand your horizons or something?
Well, to be completely honest with you, I'm in Jeddah with no connections or contacts really of any kind, and well, all of my friends were joining the guild, and I thought this might be a good place to set out on this new life where I sought adventure and excitement, and I'm not sure where it's going to take me.
Understood. Tell me about your greatest strengths.
Oh, darling, I could talk up a room, up one side and down the other, but my greatest strength is I'm actually quite loyal. I don't know if my friends would say the same of me because we haven't really gotten to that point in our relationship yet, but I'm extremely loyal, and once I've pledged my loyalty to you, that means something. It's why it's so difficult to become friends with people because you never know how loyal they are, and you don't want to give your loyalty to them if they're just going to bite you in the ass.
Hmm. Camaraderie is very important here at Skinner's Guild. People will be protecting you, you protecting them. It is important to, if not have a sense of friendship, to have that brotherhood or sisterhood with each other. Of course, someone did speak highly of you, so if anything else, perhaps you have at least one person who believes and is loyal to you. What do you think are your greatest weaknesses, though?
Well, I'm sure you know one. It's that I'm quite self centered. The other is, and don't tell anybody this, but I'm possibly an alcoholic. I don't know if you'd call that a weakness or not, but I'm self centered. I like alcohol. That about sums it up.
Is your possible alcoholism something that may threaten you or inhibit you on a mission?
Oh, no, darling, no, darling. Mostly I drink to cope with the fact that being social is dreadfully difficult.
Yeah, it is.
But you didn't hear that from me. I can't be known as the bard who has a hard time, socializing without a little help.
What kind of people do you typically socialize with? Is it only the elite, or are you well with speaking with merchants, with common folk, with working class?
I would like to say I'm very good at talking to everybody, but I've learned as of late perhaps I'm not as well versed with people below my station as I had liked to be. Apparently, I talk at people, and I don't even realize I'm doing it.
You should. You here at Skender's Guild, we are working with all types of peoples, not just nobility, but even the common folk.
Oh, of course. I'm not saying that I don't like to speak to the commoners. I just said that perhaps I'm not as good at it.
Yes. And what I'm saying is this could be something that you can learn a little bit
Oh,
on the job.
yes. Hopefully
If you
not at a bad time. You know, I don't probably put myself into a situation where I have to speak to a commoner and then I'll say the absolute wrong thing and then everybody will look at me like, how dare she say that?
hmm. What interests you the most about joining this guild?
Would you like the honest answer or the answer you're expecting of people?
The honest answer.
The connections, darling. I'm from Zarek, and I have connections into Marsh, but I don't have any real connections here in Jeddah, so I feel, to say, up a creek without a servant to paddle for me.
Hmm.
So I've got, people. I went to school here. I know people in Jeddah of the elite, but knowledge is power, and knowledge is everything in a city, and well, the guild works with common people, which means the guild has better connections than the elite do.
Yes. And your honest answer isn't a disqualifying answer. Many people join Skender's Guild believing in what we do, and many see this as a stepping stone to work with us, get the experience they need, and then move on after 1 year's time. We don't hold that against them. The question we always ask everyone: if you had to pick between the life of your comrades or the success of the mission, which would you pick?
Well, that's an awfully unfair question, isn't it? It's not a black or white answer. Well, look, if it's a mission and you're like, oh, go retrieve this necklace from that group of bandits, but they're starting to kill my party, I'm not going to choose the necklace over my party. But the answer changes if it's a child. Do I sacrifice my party for a child? Or what is the way? Obviously, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, so if it were a city in danger, then perhaps I would say the mission is more important. But at the same time, I don't know if I would trade the lives of my comrades for 3 people, 4 people, 10 people. I'm not quite sure because I've never been in a situation where that's been a problem. So I guess it depends. The mission is obviously important, but their lives are important to me as well. And I'm sure you've probably spoken to some of them, and I can name at least 2 of them. They probably looked at you and said, "Oh, I would willingly sacrifice myself for a mission." No one would willingly sacrifice themselves. You'd be suicidal to do that. Now they know the risks that come with doing this job. Obviously, there's risk of death, but I wouldn't say I'd willingly sacrifice myself for the party. I'd fight tooth and nail to the end, even if I knew it was an unwinnable fight.
It's a good answer. Understand, we don't expect it to happen, but this is, perhaps you're not familiar with the adventure of life. It is a reality that we sometimes face. We're less concerned about what the answer you give, more concerned of how you answer it.
Oh, Alice kind of blushes a little bit.
With that in mind, did you have questions for me or about the guild before we go into other logistical elements?
Uh, Not particularly, darling. I guess my one question is, do you work with the other guilds? Or are you guys very independent, not really talking to them?
We are independent in the sense that we prioritize quests that are in our locality. We do work sometimes with the Dawn Callers and the Paragons. We don't have a hostile relationship with them,
Uh,
though we tend to keep to ourselves unless it's a higher priority mission. You can imagine if it involves or requires two regions to work together, it's usually a more dangerous quest.
Fair. I was just curious. My dear friend is with the Dawn Colors, so I didn't know if we'd see each other at monthly meetings or whatever.
We used to, years ago, have Dawn Callers and Paragons walk these very halls when we had more members. And likewise, we used to have Skender's Guild agents over in their halls. Over the years, and with the rebellions, and now with the Civil War, seems like all relationships are getting more tense.
Well, perhaps you just need an intermediary or a group of new people to bring us all in, and we'll befriend everybody again, and then all the guilds can work together in happy harmony.
Happy harmony. Well, let's talk about other aspects of the job. And he kind of goes into a little bit of the typical spiel, pay, kind of like time off, the elements of reimbursements, elements of the job, benefits and such, and eventually does mention kind of like the potential of you having a combat trial. When he mentions combat trial, do you say anything at that point?
Alice is just going to wait until he's done with this little spiel and go, well, darling, I'm not exactly a fighter, to be completely honest. I mean, if you want me to interview someone or interrogate someone, I can good cop, bad cop the hells out of someone. But really, mostly what I can do is sneer and jeer at people, and it bothers them a little bit.
You are a bard, correct?
Yes, darling.
Would you consider yourself more of a support role as a bard?
Alice is going to think through all of the spells she knows. Yes, yes, probably, yes. But very good at improvising.
Do you have the cantrip Vicious Mockery?
Of course I do. That was mostly the sneers and jeers I was talking about.
Wasn't in one soup. For all I know, it's actual words laced with uh, menace versus psychic magical damage. If that is the case, we can still see what some of your jeers sound like. Potentially just see how your support spells are. See if you can run a lap and consider it that in substitute for a combat trial.
Is the running a lap mandatory?
Yes, we need to see if you're athletic enough.
Alice is just gonna look down at the outfit that she's wearing and back at him. Have you ever run in a corset before?
I'm gonna actually roll for him. Odd, yes, even no. Yes, I have.
You,
Don't ask.
darling, all I want to do is ask right now.
Join Skender's Guild and I'll perhaps tell the tale.
Honestly, that is the one thing that would have me join Skinner's Guild, darling. I will run your lap. Happily. Well, not happily, but I will run it, jog it, lightly walk it.
Right? Also, as part of the interview process, we do need to scan to see if there's any nefarious intent. I do believe you consented on the application. Do you still consent for
Yes,
it?
darling, you're just going to have to kind of knock when you get in there and I'll let you through.
Understood. He then, you sense as he's casting the spell through a ring, kind of like that knock on the door. Do you allow him through?
Yes.
All right. He then asks the question, Are you here to infiltrate Skender's guild for any nefarious purpose? And do you willingly fail?
Yes, 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 yes.
And what is your truthful answer? Or answer, and then I'm gonna ask if it's truthful or not.
No, darling, I don't believe so.
All right. And of course, is it truthful?
Yeah.
All right.
She's joining with everybody else, so she's like, I don't think we're here for bad reasons.
Great.
Wait, my answer could change. What kind of paper's on his desk?
Roll an investigation check. You can't tell.
Never mind.
All right. Please. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. Let's see. If you wish, uh, please wait outside. I wish to speak to the guild master. And we'll see if we're doing the combat trial right now or not.
Oh, right. Now, okay, sure. Sure, yes, I'll be right outside.
Well, you could stay at the guild hall area.
Yeah, I was going to go sit down and possibly have a drink.
He does escort you out to the area, and the group kind of like looks at him and he kind of like just nods to them and then continues walking to the other office. But you are free to sit wherever you would like again.
Are there like chairs at the bar?
Uh, at the bar, the bar, no, there are
Oh,
no stools. At least at this moment, they've removed them.
well, she's
So
just gonna.
there are chairs all across in the different areas.
She's going to lean across, like lean on the bar next to everybody, not conspicuously trying to be like, "Oh, hello, guys," but more of a she's just going to stand next to them and pour
Yeah.
herself a drink.
Are you standing like literally right next to this
Oh,
guy, or
I mean, like she's not elbow to elbow with him, but
yeah?
she's close enough that there's like a foot and a half between them.
Fair enough. And for him, you do see he's clad in plate armor, a very traditional sword for it, wearing a shield, a sword, strapped to his back, and does seem to be a little bit of a more relaxed state. And as you kind of like glances over, I was like, so, what'd you think about the big guy?
Oh, hello. He's delightful. Can't really say anything bad about him because all he did was interview me.
Hmm. Well, some people hit him off, some people rubs the wrong way. Just curious what your thoughts were as well.
I should be more curious with what you think about him.
He's the big guy. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Ator. He's been here for a while.
Well, then perhaps I am a little bit more fond of him. It's nice to see a person, roaming this halls that commands respect of other people.
Yep. I'm
Well,
Ollie, by the way. He kind of offers your hand.
Alice, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
It's possible we could be working nearby each other.
Indeed. If you are, if you do get to join, should be fun and interesting.
Oh, darling,
You get to
everywhere I
see
go
him.
is fun and interesting.
Let me roll really quickly.
Alice is going to have him introduce her to all of these people, by the way.
How are you having him introduce?
Oh, she's going to look at him and go, well, I know your name now. What about the rest of them? Are you going to introduce me?
Sure. Go on. I'll introduce you to the group. And just like that, he introduces it. You find out that the cleric, her name is Nora. You learn the monk's name is Sophia, as well as the artificer is Klein. The barbarian slash fighter is named Sundus. And last, the gunslinger is named Darius. Roll me a charisma check, just in general.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Okay. Very elegantly and eloquently, you're able to kind of like keep up with conversations and just fill it with small talk. Eventually, after about 5 or so minutes, Etor does come out of the office with a dwarf that you've never seen before, but he's in full plate armor with a little bit of a gold and silver sheen to it. All right, Lady Missour, we decided to see about a combat trial for you. Etor has explained the situation. If you're ready, let's go down below.
Is this where I run that lap?
Yes.
She's gonna look back at all the veterans and go, well, wish me luck. It was nice getting to know you. They're going to kick me out when they find I can't run in heels.
You do hear Sophia just say, well, you can always kick them off and run barefoot.
I like what you think.
You go downstairs to their training hall. Let me put you on the map. And I'm going to ask you for some rolls in a moment.
Yeah.
And do you see the new map, by the way?
Yes,
The
sir.
training hall? Okay. You are brought over in the middle, and a clay golem is put in front of you. Looks like this. They mention this is Clayton. Um, he's gonna be the punching bag for a moment. This is Sophia talking. Feel free to use vicious mockery 3 times. Let's hear what your worst insults are that you can do to him.
Darling, why would I insult Clayton when you already insulted him by creating him? I mean, look at him. He already has to live this life.
Was that actually a vicious mockery?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your spell save DC?
It's 16.
Okay, let me. Poor Clayton. All right. Let's see. And it's a wisdom, correct?
Yes.
All right. Let's roll a. Oop, doesn't want to. Let me make sure my. Okay. Should be rolling that, but it's not. All right. I'll just manually input it. Oh, now it did. All right. So 3 and a 16. What was your save DC? 16.
Yeah.
So he does save for it from the first one because he does have magical resistance.
Does he take
And he
half?
just.
No. It's a saber suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I don't
Sophia
ever
does
use my
chuckle.
spells.
Yeah. No worries. Sophia does chuckle. Do you try? You can keep rolling with the insults now. So just let me know when you
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. I have my violin with me because that's my thingy. Um, Gassan, you've put me on the spot. So instead of casting Vicious Mockery, Alice is going to play Clayton a little tune to, drown out the sad, sad fact of his life. She is going to say that. Let me play you a tune so you can drown out the sorrow of your life. Vicious Mockery.
All right, another vicious mockery. So, and I'll use the other 2 rolls that I rolled. So that does fail. Go ahead and roll damage. 7 points of damage.
And as she says that, she's going to pull out her violin and she's just going to drag her bow very slowly. Like she's going to go the side 2 strings and the middle 2 strings and then these 2 strings. And there's just very long, concordant, like disgusting harmony. And she's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Awesome. And that's another wisdom.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Wisdom. 9. Wait, let me roll one more time because he does have resistance. 0. So 9 works. So roll your damage for it. 8 psychic. And let me just double check something. All right. And he's just like, and just turns around and marches off.
Oh, darling, darling, wait a second. Darling, I didn't mean it. Oh, I've hurt his feelings. They told me to do it. Now you've made me an enemy.
Sophia just laughs. It's fine. He's immune to psychic damage.
Well, he still has feelings, I'm sure, unlike you all, making me bully that poor man.
He's fine. Clayton just kind of like looks back at you and just shrugs and then just walks off.
He's lucky he walked out of there. She was about to send Nasir to trip him.
All right. For support spells, Ollie kind of like goes towards you. All right. Fire away is any support spells you feel comfortable. Three support spells,
3.
whichever ones you prefer.
Oh, don't tell me to do it. Hey, Darius.
Hmm?
Shoot Nora.
Why would I shoot her?
Well, how am I supposed to demonstrate my support skills if you don't shoot her?
I'm gonna roll for Darius because let's see. No,
No. Then,
this is your test. I'm not gonna help you with it.
well, you can't shoot me. Okay, well, I have all of my support spells are to help other people.
Ollie's like, look. Here. I mean, he does pull out a dagger and does kind of like cut a little bit under his arm with like the armor right below it to nick himself. All right.
That doesn't help me either.
You needed damage, right?
No, darling, I have silvery barbs. I was going to be like, oh, you were going to shoot Nora? Ha ha! No, you're not.
All right, Nora, come here. If Darius won't do it, I'll do it.
Oh my gods. I would rather run this lap at this point.
Ollie does take a swing. And are you casting vicious or silvery barbs?
Yes, 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 yes.
All right. And let me pull up
Just
his
a
character
reroll.
sheet. Yep. Let me. Sorry, give me 1 second for that. There you are. And let's do an attack. We're gonna do his first attack. And then with the reroll goes from being an 18 to a 27.
Perhaps I should have cast Bane first.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So he does hit Nora, and Nora does take some damage. She's like,
Why would you hit her?
he just reaches over and just lay on hands.
Can
her.
I, even if they reroll, can I still give the advantage to Nora?
Yep.
Okay, well, she's gonna go, Nora, you know that means you deserve to hit him back, right?
Sounds fair to me. And she's gonna take a swing at him.
I'm not casting Silvery Barb. She deserves this.
Right. And let me pull up her sheet. And she takes a swing with her mace. And I'll roll it again for advantage. And does 9. Just banging on his plate armor.
Alice is gonna walk over, and she's going to cast Bardic Inspiration, but she's going to like look around to see if there's a story for her somewhere in these walls.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
roll
up
on
to
your...
I'm up to D8s now, you guys.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6. And that is this one. No, this one. She's gonna walk over to Nora and she's gonna pat her on the shoulder and she's gonna go, look, that was a fantastic hit. I know you're a cleric. I know you guys aren't very, very, like punchy, so just that was a very good job. And she's gonna pat her on the shoulder. She now has 8 temporary hit points. Wait. I'm 5 levels into Bard. She has 13 temporary hit points. Her speed is increased by 10, and she has +1 bonus to her AC.
Oh, nice. How much, say it one more time, how much HP? 13?
13, yeah.
Excellent. All right. Nora is going to take a step back and she's going to disengage from all, or not disengage, she's going to move back and she is going to cast a cantrip at Ollie. And she will cast, get her spells, Toll the Dead.
Is that something I can block?
They're just testing to see what your abilities are. So I don't think you can block it at this moment.
But it just
Unless
says...
you have... Well, Silvery Barbs is about an attack roll, correct?
That's what I was asking. It just says the triggering creature. Oh,
It's
it is an
a
attack roll. No, it says attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
yeah.
There we
You
go.
just
So
have to see them succeed on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's going to cast that at Ollie, and Ollie is going to try to resist. He will resist with a wisdom saving throw, which is a 10, which means he already fails, but do you try to do it on top of it to make him roll worse?
Make him roll. No, I don't want to make him roll worse. I want to make him roll better.
Okay. Do you do that then?
Yes, she's gonna go. Nora, don't play dirty with spells.
Awesome. And I roll again for him. And he succeeds.
God. Yeah. She's gonna give advantage to him. They're just gonna fight each other. They're gonna fight each other to the death.
This goes on for a little bit.
Alice is gonna cast Bane on both of them just to fuck with them.
All right.
But
You're casting Bane on both of them? All right. Let's see. Nora 27.
Right.
And Ollie. Let's see. Ollie a 12.
Ollie fails. Ollie is
Yeah.
he's banned. Alice is sitting over here pouring herself a drink. She has summoned Nacier to hold her drink for her and her liquor, and she's taking it out of his hand every so often and just taking a sip out of it as she's watching these two fight each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, they do ask you to run the lap all around. So I'm gonna ask you to roll an athletics check. You're gonna run as fast as you
She
can.
is going to take off her shoes.
All right. And
Athletics.
roll your athletics.
Yeah, guys. Athletics. Yeah, that's about right.
13. You run very quickly without your shoes on. Your bare feet. Are you wearing socks or bare feet?
She has
So I'm
stockings
assuming
on.
heels. So what was that?
She has stockings on. She's a
Stockings on.
lady.
Okay. You run very quickly as you can. A little winded as you run an entire lap around.
She's gasping for air.
13 is good though.
I don't care what that 13 says. Alice is gasping for air.
Fine. Roll me a con save. You have been drinking and now you're running suddenly.
Woo!
Yeah. Things are spinning a little bit.
Nacier's still there. She's like, Nacier, hold my head up for me.
Thank you for and Etrog kind of like steps forward. All right. Thank you, Nora, Ollie. That. And thank you, Alice, for coming in.
I just made two of your people fight each other. Now, if that doesn't say I have a way with words, nothing does.
We'll let you know if we are accepting you tomorrow or not.
Tomorrow.
But we thank you for your time.
Do you know what time tomorrow? I have lunch plans.
We were planning on 8:30. Typically, we send out sendings.
Perfect. I will be awake bright and early in the morning.
Good to you.
She's gonna wave to everybody, and she's gonna give like an extra just like wave to Nora. I can't wait to get to know all of you.
Kind of just chuckles. Sophia's like just gives you kind of like a thumbs up, and you head off. I want you to roll 3 more rolls for me. I want you to roll a charisma check, a 22. Great. The second one I'm going to ask is either your choice, wisdom or intelligence. And then just a general strength check. All right. You then head off. And what is Alice doing for the rest of that day? I think you did some stuff in the RP. Do you want to summarize what you do for the rest of the day, your mindset after the interview?
Yeah. I don't think Alice is gonna go back to the hotel after the interview. And she's actually going to move. Well, she's going to pay someone. How much would I have to pay somebody to move my stuff?
You're to go from you're going from the this is the second. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is the night I'd start rooming with Annie.
You only have one bag, right?
I'm not
Like
carrying. No,
one
I
trunk.
have my bag in a trunk. I'm not carrying that trunk.
Okay, that's what I was trying to understand. What was your your luggage for it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Th- You're staying one more night there. They'll do it for free. They'll send a porter
Okay, well,
for it.
she'll tip him 10 silver.
Perfect.
But she's gonna move all of her stuff into a room with Zanny. They're roommates now.
Yep.
And she has lunch with her friend tomorrow. Or
Perfect.
less lunch,
But
more
yeah, it's
coffee.
more coffee and pastries and such.
Yeah. Mostly she ate the pastries. I think Alice just had coffee.
Awesome. The morning of the third comes forward. What time is Alice waking up on the third?
Oh, probably 7:30.
Okay. You would have on that day heard Zanny got up suddenly, and then leave. Just getting ready and everything. You assume she probably went out to go to the to go for like an early morning walk or jog, but she did seem to just suddenly jolt awake and slam her alarm clock. But otherwise, you were able to sleep continuing on for it, and then you woke up, and at about 8:30, you hear in your head, and you hear actually it's Nora's voice. So you'd be familiar now with her voice and such. Hello, Alice. We are happy to offer you a position in Skender's Guild. If you're still interested to join, please feel free to come sign up at noon today.
Alice is gonna reply with, "Thank you, Nora. It's lovely to hear from you."
Awesome. What do you do as you go downstairs and such, or what is Alice doing that morning after finding out?
Did she
I
say
will say,
noon?
yeah, she said noon.
Isn't my lunch at noon?
No, your lunch was on the second of heat because this was after your or before your interview.
No, it
So
was
that
it.
happened
No,
before.
no. Because Alice went from her school to the cafe to sit there before her interview. So she went to her interview, and the lunch is today on the 3rd.
I see. Okay, good catch.
But it's at
So you can,
2?
I would say at two for that.
Okay. We're gonna have to retcon some of the stuff she said to Kaya, but
That's fine.
it doesn't really matter. We
Yeah,
talked
we were
about the
playing very
important stuff.
ambiguous and time soupy, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
So, yeah.
All right.
She's gonna wait for Zanny to come back, though.
Zanny, you do come back, and I will just put for the record where everyone, I would like to ask everyone where they're staying, just so that the rest of the world knows and each other, in case for anything. We're going alphabetical. So, Alice, you're staying at the Marjorie Hotel, sharing a double room. Is that correct? All right. Let's go then to Calliope. Calliope, where are you staying at? Or I can't hear you. Nope, still can't. Maybe signing off and then signing back might help, or switching audios. Drunken Stag, double room. Awesome. And just to double check, and you can put this in here, are you sharing the room with anyone or just by yourself? Then yeah, I still can't hear you, but if you want to type it, that's fine. All right. Let's go then to Chance. Are you still staying at the Drunken Stag? Is that correct?
Yes.
Great. Then to Lance. No, sorry, no, I'm skipping letters here. M. Where is M staying?
Yeah, I'll stay at the Drunken Stag too. Why not?
Okay. Double room or single room?
Just a single's fine.
Okay. Erlon, I believe you said you're staying at the Drunken Stag, double room.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. Lance said that he is doing both. He has two rooms, one in the Drunken Stag and one at the Marjorie Hotel.
We're trying to be cheap here, and this guy does that, of course.
Well, for strategizing, well, I'll have to double check with him. I believe it's a front for one thing, so I'm not sure if he's actually paying for it or if he's just saying he's staying for there. but that's my understanding for it. And then Zanny, you are sharing that room with Alice for it. All right. Do you all regroup, and how do you regroup to discuss the next plans on who's joining or not?
Let's see. All the notifications went out. Yeah. So yeah, I assume we'd all probably try to regroup maybe sometime around lunch or a little bit after.
Okay.
And this is a third of heat, just for reference, right?
Yes, this is the day you are going to go in and sign up. If you're going to join, you're signing at noon at Skender's Guild.
Oh, I'm signing
Okay.
at noon, so it'll be before noon.
So you can do that. If you want to do that at, like, try to regroup at 11, that's fine. Someone probably is going to have to cast Sending to let the people at the Drunken Stag know, or someone at the Drunken Stag is going to have to reach out to the people at the Marjorie Hotel to know.
Gassan, can you hear me?
Yep, I can
Yep.
hear you now. Perfect. But yeah, so who's coordinating meeting up?
I think I would ask that morning when I came back, I'd probably ask Alice to do a sending to like Embern or Chance or somebody over at the Drunken Stag to ask them if we could regroup
I'd
because
love
she had mentioned something
to.
to me.
I'd love to, but due to time soup, my sending spells are used later in the day.
Gotcha. Lance is at the Marjorie Hotel, so I'll just just for ease of access and stuff, I'll say Lance sends a sending. Let me see who he's going to send the sending to. All right. 1 is Chance, 2 is Erlon, 3 is Calliope, 4 is M. 1, Chance.
Chance?
Lance kind of when you ask Zanny, when you ask Chance, he's like, yeah, good idea. Let's see. Hi, Chance. We're gonna need to regroup. Please ask the others to regroup near Skender's Guild around 11 o'clock.
For God's sake, I'm not there. I don't know where they are. I'll leave notes. Good luck.
Chance, you would have known that they are staying because you're in you're at the
Yeah,
Drunken
but this is like 9 a.m. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, 8:30, yeah, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
I've already left, and I don't know where they are.
Gotcha. Well, Lance didn't know.
And now he does.
Now he does. It's like, okay.
I said I'd leave notes for them to meet in there, so.
Yep. He will cast.
Also, presumably they're all going to Skender's Guild anyway, so.
Yeah. He will realize that and be like, right. And I cast another spell with his. Sorry, Lance out there. I'm burning through a couple of your spells now, but you do have Arcane Recovery, so it's fine. Let me reroll to see. Let me reroll a D3. M. Hello, M. Please tell me you're at the Drunken Stag. Can you tell the others to meet up cafe outside of Skender's Guild, 11 a.m.?
I can do that.
Perfect. Now he didn't realize or what is time or 11 o'clock to Exactly. I let the dice decide. The dice are like, we don't like you today, apparently, to the DM. All right. With that being said, does everyone try to make their way to like a cafe outside of Skender's Guild at around 11 a.m., or at least those who received offers for it? I'm gonna assume yes, unless anyone else objects. Cool. you all are regrouping there. You all or the 6 of you regroup. Do you guys have any conversation about who's joining, who's not? I do believe Lance and Erlon did have a conversation about it to the side. But as they come together, are any of you talking about it?
Is anyone else planning to? Is anyone? Well, I shouldn't say it like that. Is anyone planning to turn down the offer?
I'm considering it. I'm not quite sure. I'm a little on the fence, to be honest with you. I'd love the connections the guild has, but at the same time, I don't really want to be tied down here.
But I thought what you wanted adventure.
Yes, we can clearly make adventure on our own. I wasn't shot as part of the guild.
Yeah, you can still do that without having to join. I mean, as far as I understand, only one of us really has to.
That's at least what Guy said. I think, I'll let all of you all know. I already talked to Erlon about this, but I think I'm going to decline the offer. We need to spread things out a little bit, I think. I think it's best if I'm going to maybe join a different guild or no guild at all, but I think I'm going to, for flexibility for the group, respectfully decline.
I'm kind of in the same place as Lance. I'd much rather say that instead of all of us joining one guild, we're not going to stay in Jeddah forever. What if one of us joins the Dawn Collars, or one of us joins the Paragons? Now we're in 3 guilds, technically.
Exactly, and we can use the connections in each guild. That's at least how I was thinking. Originally, I was thinking maybe 2 of us join Skander's guild, but I think, I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. So, but I think it'd be prudent to spread out our resources a bit, make a lot of connections in different cities.
Lance, I don't like it when you make sense.
Strangely, no one does. I have good ideas, but
I
everyone
feel
just
like a
seems
totally different person.
I don't like when I have to listen to you, and because it makes sense to listen to you. I can't just go off and do my own thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I always make sense,
Sure, buddy.
except when I don't. But either way, who?
Well, I plan on joining.
Good. What about you, Calliope?
Yep, I'm in.
And you, Zanny?
You know, I almost talked myself out of it, but I think I'm going to go in.
Great.
I kind of think they need me.
All right. Well, 4 people. That's good. What do you think, Alice? You want to be one of the outsiders?
Darling, don't ever call me that again. I'm more inside than all of you. You know, I actually have a lunch today with one of my school friends. I plan to start, getting into the heartbeat of Jeddah here, not, the underbelly.
You need connections in all the places. What I've learned.
Yes, that's why I have connections with all 4 of you.
I mean,
She's gonna point at the people who are joining the guild.
Lance kind of like points at himself, like, "What about me?" Just all right.
Well, darling, you're just another pretty face, all right?
I do have a pretty face. Either way. So is that a yes or a no for you, Alice?
Oh,
This
it's
is
a
how
no.
DM talking.
It's a
No?
no.
Okay. With that said, do any of you guys have any other conversations before I time to move the clock almost a full hour? If not, we go not a full hour.
Oh, I do have one more thing. Sorry.
Sure. Good.
We've talked about it a few times. Sooner or later, it's going to come up. A name for all of us as a group. I wanted to put out an idea just to bounce it out there, see what everyone thought. I kind of, at first I thought something about Ruby something or another, but don't want that thing out in the public, I'm sure. At least, not everybody talking about it. So I thought maybe something like scarlet and flowers of some kind, flowers, roses, scarlet roses of some kind.
I like it.
So if we're talking names, I just want to toss another one out there
Mhm.
because of my upbringing. What about the black sheep?
Oh, I do like it.
No.
Makes sense for me, for sure.
No. I absolutely no. Alice Moselle would not have any black sheep connotations tied to her name.
What about Phoenix Family? I pitched that before.
Eh,
Lance, stop with
That's
your good
like-
ideas while you're ahead.
you were on a roll.
I will say this just because Lance is not here, definitely would want him to be part of this conversation for it. And I should say Brian is not here. Lance is in this conversation. We can have his input into it and decide if you guys do come up with a name or not, or if you table it extra, just to be fair.
Yeah.
I like the
Moving
red sheep.
Oh, what was that?
I like the red sheep.
Red sheep.
That makes absolutely no sense, Erlon. I'm sorry.
Why are you
All
obsessed
right,
with
well.
barn animals? We're not
Everything-
farmers.
No, I get it. Everything around the sheep is coated in the blood of our enemies.
Yeah, exactly. See,
While they're working this out, I'm gonna head over to the guild.
All right. Let's fast forward 30 minutes ahead. Not yet noon, although I will ask, do all of you head early, or are you waiting for like noon on the dot for it? For the four that are joining.
Early.
Early as
for
well.
Calliope, early for Zanny,
Yeah.
M, Erlon.
yeah.
Okay. So I will say, as you're heading early, probably like around 30 minutes earlier for it, you do see Geith is like as you're walking around a corner, you do see Geith walking with his stick forward towards the group for a moment. At least the four that are joining. I take it you four are the ones that will be gilded, correct?
Yep, I guess so.
At least here.
Good. This is a step in the right direction. You will have many new friends there, and I think you'll enjoy what is to come. Erlon, if I may have a moment with you in private.
Yeah, sure.
He kind of like walks over to a bench. You sit on the bench with him.
Yeah.
All right. How are you feeling right now?
Guys, I barely even know you. Why do you care?
I've seen your past. I've seen your future. I know you, Erlon. And the path forward will be bright, but painful for you. I thought it would be nice just to offer some words of encouragement to you.
Well, guys, you kind of brought a lot up that I didn't have answers to before. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's good to know that there's some type of hope, but I just don't have any answers. Just more questions.
Life is often full of questions. Hopefully, I may be able to help give some answers. But with each answer, oftentimes there are more questions. Is there something you'd like to know, at least right now?
You said something about my brother before,
I did.
that he might be alive. or that he is. What, like, do you know anything about him? Like, what is he doing? Like,
I
how
can
do you
ask,
even know this?
I've seen many futures. A warning, though, before I answer this question. As I've said to many others, he who increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Are you ready to know what has happened or become of your brother?
I think so. Like, it's just there's no way that you can match the sorrow that I've already had in the past, and I just need answers. That's something that I've always been looking for. I've never gotten them.
He nods and kind of like leans a little bit back. It is a sunny day, and he is kind of like the way he is sitting on a bench. He is kind of like trying to absorb as much sunlight. Him being old, blind, just trying to get that warmth element into him. He waits about 30 seconds or a minute, or there's at least like a 30-second or a minute long pause. You almost get the urge to clear your throat or press him like, did you fall asleep or something?
I'm waiting, guys.
Your brother. Your brother is part of the Grey Flame religion. He is an active member. He's doing the same things that happened to him and you upon others.
And he's doing this willingly.
Yes. He has been brainwashed, not by magic, well, perhaps by whatever power the Grey Flame has induced upon him. But it is of his own free will at this point.
Like, at that, like, the reaction is just like, like, everything kind of just drops. Like, it's like utter failure in, like, Erlon's eyes right now. Just like, I don't know. It's something that, but he does believe Geith, but he doesn't believe that could be true. Like, he's just completely in awe. Like, it's just like, there's no way.
Eventually, you will cross paths with Declan. I do not know if you can save him or not. At least if you walk this path with your friends, eventually you will cross paths with him.
Now I'm more worried when that happens.
I sense this hurts you greatly, and for that I am sorry.
It's all right, guys. I mean, you told me that it was gonna cause me sorrow, but now it's more worry than that. It's not full closure. But now I'm worried when that day does come that I do see him. How much he's been tainted by the Grey Flame.
We can discuss more later if you'd like. This
Yeah,
is
I like that.
a cloud upon what should be a bright day for you.
It is, but it's not with him.
You've had many brothers come and go, but you still have family with you.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this all out. It's a lot to take in.
It is. It is a lot for everyone. But that doesn't diminish the burden you must face. Just because others are suffering does not belittle the suffering you go through. Mika's kind of like pat you on the shoulder.
At this point, Erlon's just like, he's like, it's literally, failure is like probably the one thing that he worries about the most. And like, he failed, well, in his eyes, he failed with the fight previously to get to the guild. But then, like, right now, it's just like, I don't know, just he's failed what he's like promised to do with his brother, but also like
Roll
he's
a
promised much.
roll a deception check for me, please.
Okay.
We can talk more later. But no, you are not a failure. Take it from one who can speak reality into being. I don't have to speak those words into with power. A gift for you. And you see he does pull out and roll. You've seen him sometimes wearing a belt for it, but he does this time he's come here not without a belt. It's not like tight or anything or like sagging pants or anything. He does offer you a strange looking belt. This is a belt of quiet steps. It allows you to cast Misty Step once a day. I think you will need it more than I do for the future. And he does give it to you and kind of hold your shoulder as he's handing it to you.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate the information even more.
All right. Stay if you wish, soak up the sun, or go join your friends, your family, and your new family that is to come.
Yeah. And at that point, it's just I'm just gonna take a moment for myself.
Sitting there on the bench with him, or away?
Just away. Like
Okay.
just I'll go like more towards the sun itself and just kind of stare into it. And just the thoughts are going crazy. Just not knowing what to do and just like it should be a time of just celebration and stuff, and it's not. It's more of just thinking about that. And yes, like I definitely think about what Guy said about not having that failure, but it doesn't hold as much weight as it should.
Right. Eventually, though, you head over to Skender's Guild. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Still early, or more closer towards noon?
That would be like more closer to noon.
Okay. Then let's switch scenes for a moment. And let me get the GM layer. And there should be 4. Does everyone see the map for Skender's Guild?
Yes.
Awesome. And let me just bring everyone now there. And let me let's see. There we go. All right. So we're switching scenes now for a moment, going to Calliope, Zanny, and M. You all are arriving. I'll say that perhaps Big Red comes in about 5-10 minutes, since you guys said, or maybe 15 minutes, quarter till noon. But right now it's the three of you. As you enter, there's a lot, or as you're approaching, I should say, there are a lot of people that are waiting outside, trying to like look and see who's going in to sign, who's like trying to catch sight of who's joining and who's not for Skender's Guild. So you immediately have like a little bit of a crowd, kind of like immediately like applauding and cheering as you're walking towards Skender's Guild. As the newspaper has been published, they know you guys are joining. Is there anything the three of you are doing as you are heading into there when it comes to the crowd itself?
Are there any kids like
Yep,
close?
there'd be some kids, kind of like with a lot of them kind of like wearing like red capes or red cloaks in anticipation for it because of the Janissaries, for that kind of like emblem for Skender's Guild.
Well, plus Big Red. I think it's for Big Red. I'll stop. Especially if there's a little girl, I'll stop and Calliope will strike up a conversation with her. Just talking to her, asking her name, asking her what she wants to do, things like that.
Yeah, awesome. So you go to a girl, she's kind of like, I would say, yeah, let's make her 10 years old. She has kind of like pigtails, wearing the kind of like the red cape with like a red hood, almost like Kanaka. Looks a little bit like Red Riding Hood, except kind of like Arabian with kind of like the black hair and such. And when you ask her her name, she's like, "My name is Nura," and she's
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, darling?
Nura.
Nora. That's the prettiest name that I've heard all day.
Oh, thank you.
Nora,
Lovely.
I'm Calliope. You can call me Callie. My friends call me Callie, and I extend a hand to her.
Yeah, she's like, she kind of like reaches over. She's not too like, she's 10 years old. She's not super short, but still,
Sure.
it's like there's a good several like 2 feet shorter than you. Especially, I think. Well, no, you're 5'8", correct, or 5'11"?
She's 5'11".
5'11". Okay, so closer. She'd be like a little shorter than. Yeah, I'd say she's definitely taller than Zanny, but still, look at, she's human and such. She tilts her hand forward and is able to shake your hand, and she's excited to meet you. And she's like, "Are you joining Skender's Guild?"
Yes, I am, darling. Yes, I am. Do you think you might join Skender's Guild one day?
I mean, I hope I could. Mom says no, doesn't want me to go into dangerous work. Wants me to go to school. Or
Your mom's
stay.
very smart. Very smart. You're going to be the one that employs us. You're going to be my boss, darling.
And she kind of like eyes widen a little bit at the thought of it. So awesome. Blazer is just interested in like all the different smells and everything from all the different people. Especially some of like the firecrackers that are going off or the sparklers. He just his eyes widen and kind of
Nice.
his lips for it. But yeah, Zanny or M, are you two doing anything with the crowd before you go in?
I think I'm just kind of taking a moment to take it all in, and I'm I'm actually waiting at the door for Red to show up.
Okay. Awesome. All right. M, Calliope, you see Zanny staying at the door. Do you both stay closer to the door or go in?
I go in. I can't
Okay.
speak for him.
Yeah,
M?
I'll go in. I'll go in
Okay.
too, sure.
So canonically, Calliope and M, you're the first ones in from this group, I should say. And you see a very, very, well, not super packed, but a lot of people are joining Skender's Guild. And a lot of people are early as well for it. Wanting to make sure they're on time to sign up for things. You do see that there seems to be a couple of lines forming at the moment in front of the veterans. Do you go? But there are still like a couple of groups that are hanging back at this moment. What do the two of you do?
You first.
I would probably hang back a bit. and just kind of scope things out and not really. Um, I'm I'm not a big red or anything. I'm not making grand entrances or uh just kind of slips his way in and just kind of goes in with the crowd.
Awesome. What about you, Calliope? What are you doing?
Just gonna head over and find Nora.
All right. You do see that there is someone at least like ahead of you, and or not necessarily blocking, but just kind of like waiting almost in line for a moment for it. Do you try to like bypass her or be behind her at this moment?
More just popping up, excusing myself to get in front of her and just saying, Nora, hey, and then getting back in line behind the person that's in front. Not trying to cut,
Yeah.
just trying to get her attention.
Yeah. The person who's in front is wearing kind of like a black hood, very for you. You've never seen this individual before, so I'll describe her a little bit. Dark skin, kind of like gold filigree tattoos, and actually the tattoos remind you a little bit of art. The tattoo
Awesome.
that kind of like that element. You're not sure if this is magical or whatnot, but it does seem to be a similar design for it.
Gotcha.
Wearing a very heavy robe or robes, I should say. They look very. I can't stress this enough. Very heavy for it.
Like
So
like and we're in like the hot time of the year, right?
we are, and she's still wearing this.
Yeah, yeah, that's not lost on me.
Yes,
The one thing I will say is when she says hey to Nora, she's definitely trying to send signals to Nora, but then backs off.
gotcha. Kind of like ways. We'll be there in a moment. Right now, we're gonna make announcements at noon. So you get the feeling that they're letting people kind of like form up. Uh, do you try talking to anyone else about what's going on for the lines or not? Or no, not so much.
No, I mean she'll say don't don't take this the wrong way, sir, but you're a fish man, right?
You're talking to Blineb.
Yeah, to Nip
uh,
Nip.
Blineb Levfin turns. Yes, I am a fish folk.
Fish folk. Well, I do apologize. I I don't know if I should extend a hand. I don't have any fins. She kind of holds out a hand and says,
And he does reach out
uh,
a hand back, and he does have a hand. He's not just a not just a fish. He is a humanoid shaped fish for it. And he shakes your hand. Well met.
"It's a damn pleasure to meet you.
You
I'm so
are
excited."
very polite. Thank you for that.
Well, you ain't rude, so why would I be rude to you? We're gonna be friends, ain't we?
You do see him think for a moment. You'd be surprised. They're rude people.
No, I'd be angry. And if anybody's rude to you in here, you just come whisper in my ear and we'll take care of them together.
Thank you.
She
And
winks at him, gets
you
back in line.
you may have heard, maybe not length, but you could definitely well roll a insight check for me, please.
Okay.
15. All right. You definitely can tell Common is not his first language, but definitely seems to at least be fluent in it. It's you're not very familiar with any other aspects of it, but he does seem very intelligent. And with that 15, you definitely are able to pick up on the spell book on his side, perhaps a wizard of sorts for it.
She just winks at him and says, "We're going to be real good friends."
Look forward to it. All right. Do you go have a conversation with anyone, or are you just hanging back still at this moment before we move the clock a little
Oops, I went to unmute myself and just muted myself.
bit? Happens.
um, he would say, hey to, what was her name? Penelope and, Glacier, was it?
Penelope and Glacier, and they're right now talking with a drow at this moment, who seems to be just like relaxed and just having a conversation with them. But you talk to Penelope, and she's like, "Oh hey, fellow Faye, how's it going?"
Oh, it's going well. I see you. You got the call and you're joining in.
I did. It's exciting. I'm really excited about it all. Just right now, trying to figure out with the rest of the others which one we're going to be picking for it.
Well, should be fun.
Yeah. Do you have an idea which veteran you want to be like mentoring you?
No, not really. I'd just pick one at random, I suppose.
All right. That's perfectly fine, but yeah. I've been telling Glacier that to pick it on random. I mean, why not? Let chaos reign, am I right? And then you hear Glacier like, we should be very methodical about this. We really should have been given like pamphlets about who each of their backgrounds is. And Penelope's like, but we each saw some of them like kind of like with their fighting style and such when we fought them and got our asses handed to us and them. And Glacier just like, this is you got your ass handed. I picked the water elemental. And they just start just having like a fun little banter. But
Awesome.
eventually, 10 minutes or so pass, and it's now like 6 or 11:45, almost getting closer to 11:50. Big Red, do you head over at that time?
Yeah, I still want to make it at least.
Okay. You do head over and you see a crowd. Not a huge crowd. I'd say about like 1 or 2 dozen people have gathered in the front to be able to witness the first people who are like signing up at Skender's Guild. What do you do as you see this crowd?
Oh, totally soaking it all in. And literally going to literally going to like throw autographs everywhere. Like just
Gonna ask, do you
quickly
have
just
paper?
oh shit. Wait, let me know. I don't think I do. Wait.
You
You-
always have paper.
I think you've
What
run
do I
out of
do?
paper. That's why I'm like,
I think I don't have
roll me an intelligence check if you would have restocked.
sure.
You just need to beat a 10.
Uh what do you mean? Want me to roll again? Intelligence?
Intelligence, yep.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be great because I'm just so smart. Uh,
7. You reach and you realize you have one last slip of paper.
like, is it like a whole page?
Yeah, just like a whole page, like one page.
Okay, we're totally ripping those up and still throwing big reds on each one.
All right, there you go. How
It's
many are
gonna
you
be
trying
big
to
red
finish?
confetti at that
Yeah.
point. So yeah, like just like everything that Geist has told me is completely out the window because the face is back on, the mask is back on, and it's big red time. So
Yeah.
just soaking it all in and meeting with all the kids and just fucking saying just big red like big red's joining Scanner's Guild and like just I don't know, just really like spreading the name.
Yeah, roll a performance check, and you do have advantage because of the circumstances.
Hell
So
yeah.
they want to see the hype of it. So you're
Okay.
flexing, you're kind of like riling them up.
Is
That's an
my
yeah,
18.
is my chant getting them going?
Which one? Wait,
Oh,
what was that?
Alice has been trying to get people to chant Big Red, and if they don't, she's gonna start casting suggestion on them. Like
Wait, wait,
she
just to
is.
double check, because I wasn't sure if you were there, because like Lance and Alice are not
Oh
joining.
no,
Alice is
but
still gone.
she was gonna stick around until like they actually went into the building.
Okay, I didn't know that. So thank you for
Sorry,
clarifying
sorry.
that. So no worries, that's fine. Just because like I said who's going there, and it was just the 4, so I didn't know that. But that's
Oh,
fine.
my bad.
So you're going there. I want you to roll a why not performance check for me, straight up.
Ooh.
But Erlon, still roll one more time because you have, or did you roll the? Oh, you did with advantage. 18.
Yep.
Perfect. So,
Oh my god.
Alex, what are you saying to try to get people cheer even harder.
You know the person in the audience that like starts clapping and then everybody else is like, shit, I need to
The
start
slow
clapping.
clap.
So
Okay.
Alice is just chanting big red, big red, big red, and like nudging people, and then she'll move in the crowd a little bit and start chanting it in another space and trying to like nudge people.
Perfect. I will ask, Erlon, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is. Oh my god, it's not good.
Is it a
Hold
10
on, it's
or
loading.
higher?
It's loading right now. I don't know why it's loading. Passive perception 14.
14.
I thought it was way lower.
All right, no worries. The DC I was gonna say to like trigger roll would be below 13, but it's 14. You do see, because you know, like I said, it's only like 1 to 2 dozen people. You do see Alice is the one that's starting this, but then the whole crowd starts chanting big red, and you're doing wonderfully with this performance. Describe your performance? You have these slips of paper in your hand. You see children, you see adults, you see a small group has gathered. It's not huge. It's not parade crowd. How are you presenting yourself in this performance?
It's like literally just like almost like in the like cartoons or whatever, like zipping to each person and just like saying one like great thing about Big Red. Like every time it's just like, this guy right here, that's me. I'm Big Red. Here you go. And then just like zipping to mainly doing the kids actually. But then talking to the other people, but like it's just schmoozing the shit out of everybody.
Are
And
you
just
flexing?
What's that?
Are you flexing?
Of course. And I'm saying, remember this name.
You do the flex, the different flexes, even the one in your picture, kind of like everything for it.
Do I hear him outside there?
You are right in front of the door. You see
It's like
Alice being the height. You see it all go down.
I see him tearing up all this piece of paper. Walk over. What's going on? What?
Yeah,
As she says this, I'm just like, shh.
roll me a d4.
Okay.
To see how many pieces of paper you were able to rip off and then
write this
quickly.
All of them. D4.
2 plus 1, 3. You got 3 solid pieces of paper.
God damn it. All right. So yeah.
They are quality, like they're able, because if you got it even smaller, I mean, it's just like a tiny little piece on a scrap of paper, wouldn't have the same appeal as a good solid strip of paper.
Gotcha.
So 3 solid strips that you're able to hand over to kids.
Okay. And they get handed out. Yep.
I'm looking out. So I see him. I see he's handing out autographs. There's so many more people, right?
Yeah, I guess I would say right now there's like about almost 20 people.
I just set my doctor's bag down and pull out literally every scrap of paper I've got left, which is 20 pieces of parchment, and just hold it up and go, parchment. Yes, Alice, parchment, not paper. It's not Paper Industries. It's Rian parchment.
And she's in the crowd.
And I pull out my last 20 pieces and I hold it up. Mr. Red, your extra paper.
Thank you, Zanny. Thank you. And like as I'm just doing
you
more
realize
autographs.
though, Zanny maybe is the one that realizes time's ticking because he's now starting to get a little trapped there in the crowd. Are you pulling him out, or are you letting him be soaking?
I'm just like, all of a sudden I realize, oh wait, I'm his handler now. And then I lean over and I'm like, Mr. Red, you also have your appointment in a few minutes.
Oh man. And that's like mid flex, like is Scanners Guild that way or that way?
and then I turn your body so you're pointing the correct direction.
All right. And then yeah, I just go in with him or with her.
Yep, the two of you enter. Lots of people are clapping as you go forward. And you are both now inside the building. You see lines are set up, and M is kind of hanging back a little bit while some people are gathering up in the lines for it. What do the two of you do?
I mean, I know what Big Red's doing. Literally announcing that he's in the room. I know that everybody's loud, but he's going to literally yell louder than everybody else that Big Red has arrived.
All right, roll this time another performance check. This time, straight.
Straight performance.
11. People kind of like glance, and you see some of them, the ones that you've seen around, kind of like the drunken stag, kind of like, yeah, Big Red's. Others just like, who the fuck is that guy?
Don't worry, you'll know.
Yeah. You do see though, Rishk, it has been offered a position.
Oh, this guy.
He does go look at you, just does the awkward wave, and keeps waving at you for a little bit. Not aggressively, but just doesn't know call the customs and such, but just waves a little too longer than normal, and then puts his hand down, and then turns forward, facing forward.
Friend of yours?
Long story. He's sure, if you want to call it that. We drank together.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Drinking buddies. No, I get it. Drinking buddies. That's fine.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say all that. That's
okay. I won't put words in your mouth. I'm sorry.
All right. The two of you, I would say about this time you have less than like 5 minutes till noon for it. When Edor comes out for it, and he kind of like will walk over. Attention, everyone. In about 5 minutes, we will be allowing everyone to start signing whether they are joining for it. You all have I made this announcement 30 minutes ago, but so we'll repeat it in case anyone else has joined in recently for it. You get a mentor who will oversee your progress. We recommend joining with one if you're having other friends, with one to kind of like solidify things, make it easier. However, you are at liberty to join different cohorts and different work across the different teams for it. The teams, though, that you will be doing it are likely going to be the ones you're going to be working with more often than not on certain independent or team missions. We hope to, we're very happy to see all of you, and look forward to the signing. And then heads back towards the Guildmaster. Will the owner of the Gray Stallion hitched out front please move your mount? You are parked in a handicap spot. Perfection. With that being said, you have 5 minutes to decide things. I'm going to go through each of you that's inside for a moment, and we're going to go in reverse alphabetical order. Because we started alphabetical, we're going to go reverse. Zanny, what are you doing after you hear this?
I place my hand on on Red's shoulder and just go, we might want to meet up everybody else and figure out who we're going to, sat up with here, and if we're going to do it together here. Gotta figure it out quick. You want to go get him?
Yeah, who were you thinking about?
Well, to be truthful, I hadn't decided yet.
Huh. Who'd you fight?
Motion down all the one all the way for us to be on the right down at the bottom. Just point a finger. Oh, other way. Sorry, other end. Yeah, my bad. My bad. No. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, you would have remembered his name, Zanny Darius.
It's like that one. Give me a good one. Right across the neck.
Turtleneck guy, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't. I don't know if I pissed him off or what. I don't know. It felt like there was a little malice in that one.
Huh. All right.
So just not that one as far as I'm concerned.
Not that one.
You do you, but not me.
Gotcha. What do you think, Callie? I wonder who Callie's going to go for.
Yeah, you do see Callie's all the way across, so let's switch over from Zanny.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I wonder which one Callie's going to go for.
Erlon, do you want to go and talk to Callie for a moment?
Yeah, it's a familiar face. Might as well.
All right.
Do you want to? No. Are you willing to? Yes.
Yes.
You go over, not necessarily in the line or anything, but you go over and you see
No.
Callie is kind of like situated, uh, like behind another individual. Take it away, Callie and Erlon.
Oh, hey, Erlon. I mean,
Oh,
Big
hey,
Red.
Callie. Yeah, thanks. Remember, you can call me Erlon. It's fine.
Well, I figure this is out in public, so
Uh,
I'm gonna do my best to rep you as much as I can.
true. Wait, just leave me back there earlier.
I honestly, darling, I thought you needed some time alone. I did not want to fall back into my old habits and just make things worse.
What made you think that? I'm Big Red. Everything's fine.
No, I know, and I'm sorry. I think I misspoke, darling.
Yes, it's fine. So who are you gonna go for as a mentor?
I'm in line for my mentor,
Which is
Nora.
Nora. And as he hears that, he kind of peeks over
You
and
would
looks.
recognize her. She's out there. She definitely was the one that cast the healing spells on you, so she knows she's a cleric. Yeah.
Any particular reason, Callie?
You know, um, I think we're gonna be real good friends, and she seemed powerful, happy when I won my little battle.
Okay. So you're going off of just her smiling at you?
You know, sometimes you just gotta follow your heart.
I thought your heart was with Hearth.
Hearth,
Well, yeah.
absolutely. But this tells me it's the right thing, though.
And you
The
get
house.
the sense more, in like a feel, like a vibe sort of feel.
Huh. I mean, Callie, you've made way worse decisions in this past couple of days that I've met you, so good luck.
Well, I think she'd be good for you too, Erlon. I
Mm,
mean, she's very nice, and she seems very supportive, and that's so I know what you're saying, that I know people are going to be talking, but honestly, I just want somebody that I can talk to, somebody that I can be myself with, and that might be somebody that you might think about as well.
see, Callie, I didn't join this guild to make friends. I came here to, you know, do something with my life.
But why can't you do both?
Well, because, like you've stated and other people have stated, I've kind of already filled the whole friend slot.
You can't have too many friends.
I mean, I
And
rather,
Earl,
yeah,
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I rather have a small amount of them that actually mean something compared to all the fake people that I've met around my life.
Erlon, I hope one day that you and I can be friends. But right now, I'm going to take all the friends I can get. And at the end of the day, you can have stories that fill up volumes of books about you, Big Red, and I believe you will. And you can have people that worship you, and you can have people that think you're amazing. But at the end of the day, how many of those people are going to lift you up when you fall? Now, I'll be there to lift you up when you fall, but I want to be one of many because you deserve that. You deserve that.
Yeah, I catch your drift, Callie, but again, I mean, I don't want to waste all my time making all these relationships when I just want to better myself.
That being
That's
said,
where,
go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry?
Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
You could say.
That's where you and I can agree to disagree. The great thing about it is neither of us is wrong.
I guess I can agree with that.
Awesome. Let's go over to M really quickly. M, where I see you move your token towards the line for Sophia. Are you saying anything, doing anything, or just stepping over there for it?
No, he was just heading over. He just kind of looked through the mentors, and I rolled a d6, and he I was like, all
Get
right,
off.
Science.
I'm gonna stand in this line.
All right. Sounds good. All right. And do you want to talk to anyone, or are you're good just like sitting there? These weird primers and their obsession with lines. But
Yeah, he's not really. If someone talks to him, he'll chat back, but yeah, he's just kind of waiting his turn.
all right. Sounds good. All right. Callie, anything you're doing before we get into the official decisions being made?
She's trying to strike up a conversation with the woman in front of her.
Okay. How do you strike up a conversation?
Just tap her on the shoulder, and hopefully she turns around and just
Very quickly, kind of like a
smile
little
at
bit defensively for a moment, and she gets tapped.
Yeah, being hard.
Hello.
slices my throat. I fall. Hi, I'm Callie. What's your name?
Amara.
Mara?
Amara.
Oh, Mara. I'm sorry. I meant no offense by that. It sure is a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Why are you picking Nora?
I had a good feeling with her.
Me too.
Good.
No, and I got a good feeling about you too.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. You have these really interesting tattoos. They're very. I just got my work done. She goes ahead and takes off her jacket and pulls up her shirt. Shows the tattoos that she got.
Yeah. Okay. You have the tattoos, one on your forearm, right?
And one on her back.
And then one on your back for it.
Yeah.
And she's like, interesting. Yes, that you do see like a lot of people kind of like glancing as you just me like start distrobing a little bit, but Amara
She
does
says,
not
"Oh,
think
you don't have to be polite. I'm white trash. It's okay."
that arts work, correct?
Yeah, you're very good. Is
Yes.
that her work?
A little bit. I know her by I do know her, yes.
We're gonna be close. This is good. This is good. You can call me Callie.
It's nice to meet you, Callie.
Oh, Amara, it's so good to meet you.
And you do see like very like hesitant to engage, but not outright shooting you down for it. With that being said, 5 o'clock does roll in. Zanny, what you doing? You're kind of like looking at all the different lines.
Um, I start walking up, and then I'm just checking in with Ember real quick, and just
Okay.
poke my head in. You just for your sticking around?
Yeah, I figured she's probably a decent mentor. She's got a good line here.
Wait, was that your criteria? Just
Well,
head pass
no,
on?
I was originally gonna go with him because he's wearing green, but then but then I decided that she looked maybe a little bit more patient, and that seems like a good choice.
You know, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Um, good luck, sweetheart.
Who are you picking?
Oh, I actually think I'm gonna go check in with our religious one over here. Points over at Nora.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, yeah, she patched me up all right, and I think I could learn a thing or two from her. Maybe help keep you all safe too.
I'm sure that'll be quite the task.
You know, one way or another, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. Y'all are good data. Just shake my head and start walking off into line with Nora.
All right. And with that said, did a couple of rolls in the background, and it seems like this is the current lineup. Noon comes around. Both the guildmaster as well as Etor come out, and they then make a speech welcoming everyone, reciting kind of the values of Skender's Guild, and welcoming you all. That these veterans been here for many years, and that they will be overseeing everything. There's going to be socializing, mingling after the signing. Tomorrow starts your first quests. You'll come in and receive a quest for it. So, with it said, signing is opened. They start handing out the applications, and you all are not applications, sorry, the contracts. And I'm just gonna go and make sure everyone signs it. M, do you sign the contract?
Yeah.
Cool.
He will carefully, very carefully read it, knowing how they are with contracts.
Yep. So roll me an investigation check for funsies.
Let's see.
So it's paladin. Yeah, you give a good read. You understand the provisions, or at least what like a lot of them are saying. The general vibe for it. You don't find any like gotcha language or anything that talks about souls or babies or anything like that for patrons.
Not trapped on this realm or anything.
Yep. Nothing binding other than just like a typical employment, at least from your reading of it, which is weird because you're like these terms. It's weird. All right. You sign it, and Blazer also puts a paw print on it, just to kind of like reiterate. Or so you have like M and a paw print.
And then a little singed paw print.
Just a little bit. Awesome. Big Red, do you sign?
Yeah, he doesn't even look through the pages.
How big of a signature are you doing on the line? Looks like yeah, you big.
That big, like the big B,
Yeah.
and then the IG within it, and then the big R. So it looks like you just really see the B and the R.
Okay. Awesome. Callie, do you sign?
Looks it over. Calliope, Bertha, Ash,
Perfect.
and signs.
All right. And Xanishar.
Yes, her middle name is Bertha.
Well, I love it. So
Thank you.
Xanishara, do you sign?
Yeah, she does the thing where she flips through it and then she's like, good enough.
Yep.
And then just writes her full name on it.
Yep. After this big signing ceremony, they do allow, like, you do see kind of like unseen servants, or you don't see them, but platters and food is being delivered as a social is being thrown for all of y'all for it, and the doors do open to allow the people that have been waiting outside to officially come in and mingle with the people who just recently signed and joined in. And with that, let's take our break. As next time we come back, we're going to skip ahead one day to you guys coming back or talking to get your first quest from Skender's Guild. So, congrats to those. You are officially at least joined your first guild. So, we'll be back in 15 minutes. See you all then.
We're back.
All right, welcome back, everyone. From the break. Last time, or right before the break, I should say, many individuals of our ragtag team joined Skender's Guild. They signed up for it, and now we're going to jump time skip a little bit forward to the next day. They've joined in. They're going to be discussing things with each other or with their mentors. But right now, we take it to the joining or the first quest. Alice,
What day of the week is it?
the first quest or the issue of
Just
it.
what day of the week is it? Is it
It's
fourth?
now fourth.
It's fourth day? Oh, okay,
Yep.
guys. I got plans tomorrow.
See if you cancel those plans or not, because something's happening. Yeah. All right. You all regroup. That's included. One way or another. It is the fourth day, so now it is time for you guys to go and take your first quests. So let's say, just for the sake of things, sendings were sent or communications were given for you all to regroup. I would say early in the morning, like 8:30, over the same cafe outside of Skender's Guild. So you all are gathered, all of you, and does anyone want to start, or do you want me to just role play with Lance? Autopilot him.
Did any of you find out what the procedure of this is for incorporating non-guild people?
Just that they can work with us on jobs that we're offered. Like,
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
just
but
not offered compensation as part of anything.
Yeah, but like, do we go in there with you? Do you go pick a job and then we just stand out here and wait? Like, do we have any say in it? Do they want to know what our skill set is?
Yeah, this would have been part of the logistics of the interview. So great question, Chance. That you guys can enter, like non-guild members can enter as long as you're with someone that is a guild member, and they will ask kind of like skill set as you if you're going to be as a group doing something.
Yeah, so if you're coming in with us, it's just a matter of like they'll ask you kind of what your skill set is what you do, how you would support somebody or do something in a fight, whatever, or whether you would even be in one. But then they just kind of match you up that way, or if you're already with somebody, obviously, because you're outside the guild, you just kind of match up with them.
Great. So do we just go? Who's going to be the one getting the quest then, or asking for the quest? So view 4. Lance asks.
Erlon, it should be you.
Of course, it's Erlon.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm going.
The guild captain.
All right.
All right, well, let's go.
Let's follow you through then.
Yeah.
And you got this, Big Red, Lance says. I heard you put on quite a show yesterday, so.
I had my help.
Switch maps. And grab the whole party.
Fireball.
Yay! Look at all of us.
Oh, look, our communal wife is here too.
Oh.
The group of you enter Skender's Guild, and Big Red, you're taking the lead. So all of you have access to your tokens, but Big Red, you enter and you see, even entering at now, I would say like closer to like 9 o'clock, the guild hall still has like a little bit of like of a buzzing energy, so to speak, but definitely feels like some people have come here earlier to try to talk to and try to like head out or doing things. Even there are things in motion already for it. So you head over to Sundus, right?
Sundus, yep.
All right. I'm just going to ask really quickly what everyone else is doing because you're going to be taking the lead for a moment. So Zanny, I saw you're right next to Erlon, correct?
Yep, I'm gonna keep in step just behind Red.
Cool. And let's go, Callie. You're also right behind
Yep.
Red.
Got to back your leader.
Cool. I'm assuming the same.
Yeah.
Alice, are you heading towards Nora, or are you still kind of a little bit like gravitating towards the group?
She's gonna go with the group, but she is going to take a moment to go. Sorry, darling. I do appreciate you calling me yesterday. I just, got to weigh my options a little bit. I hope I didn't offend
Understand.
you.
It didn't offend me at all. I mean, wish you joined, but we understand.
Well, hopefully we can get a drink sometime. You, me, Sophia, Darius. I'd bring the whole lot of them.
I'm not sure. Things are about to get very, very busy. So this, as weird as it sounds, was a break for us.
Well, then I will bring the alcohol to you all.
Good idea. And roll me an insight check, Alice.
I'm just gonna use my passive insight.
Okay. What's your passive
18.
insight?
It's 18.
Then roll me roll, or you auto fail.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
It's that high. Yeah.
I got a 19.
20 is the DC. So.
Oh,
You know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration.
woo!
What? Okay. Let me send you a private message. Whispers.
Whispers. And it's not ghosts this time?
No.
Secrets.
And they're not dissonant.
Hold on.
It might be dissonant. Oh my god, is it a marriage proposal? I can't, babe, I'm taken. So how's everybody's guild experience going?
Sorry. I'm almost done with it.
It's going well.
Not sure if you guys are aware, but there's an opera in town tomorrow that I plan to go to.
There we go. Just send it to you. All right. Awesome sauce. Let's go then. Yeah. Lance would also kind of be hanging back and kind of like nod at some of them, but otherwise keep his distance. And because Lance isn't here, Brian isn't here, I'm not gonna say they're gonna do anything Lance wouldn't.
Make
Big
everybody
Red.
laugh.
You approach Sundus, and she kind of like turns over. Ah, Erlon, how's it going? Ready for first quest?
Yes, and that's why I'm here, and I brought basically everybody that's going to be a part of it as well.
Big group. Big group, Big Red.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about them before we got a few missions where we're signing out things. Before first mission is assigned out, then after first mission you can pick as they come available. But tell me about your group's skill set.
Gotcha. Well, I think you guys already know Alice, Zanny, Lance over there in the back, and M. Oh yeah, and don't forget Callie.
Okay, yep.
But I think the ones that you don't know, there's you see the red devilkin right there?
She kind of like looks at Chance, nods to her.
Yeah, her name is Chance. She's pretty powerful actually. She does have some awesome little pets with her, but she can definitely throw down. She was actually with us originally a long time ago with the train robbery that we first met with each other. And then actually she was also there. And I'm not going to obviously share what she did or not, but she was there when that abomination came out of the sewers here in Jeddah.
Okay.
But she did save some people during that
Great.
chaos.
He's a bit generous. I'm Bardic support.
Bardic support. Understood. By the way, Chance, what instructions would you have given or not given Hamra? Because she's about to do stuff if you haven't given her certain instructions.
No, she's.
And for those who aren't aware, Hamra is Chance's red fox familiar.
She is just she's to stay with Jack. They're both to be calm and not cause any trouble. When we go on a mission, they're not coming.
Okay. You do notice Hamra is like sniffing around because she does smell food scent here and there. She kind of like looks at Chance and
They had breakfast.
Yeah, it's Hamra. She's like chicken, chicken, chicken. She wants more chicken. So
I'm gonna resummon a new familiar.
pouts and does a whine, the typical like little fox whine there. Jack, though, the white fox familiar, just looks very calm, very kind of like just presentable, just ready, and just sitting next to Chance, just following her and watching everyone. Two familiars. Okay, bardic support. I know Alice also is support. That's good.
Well, yeah.
And then spell power. And she kind of looks at you, Erlon. Muscle looks at Callie. Range, very good range. She kind of like emphasizes on Callie. Zanny, we saw your style also support range as well, correct? And then M, firepower, literally and figuratively. And she kind of like looks at Lance, magic power. Just kind of like smirks.
I'm gonna, because Lance did share with me in RP, I'm gonna kind of joke and say, yeah, that's the guy that was stuck on a wall previously, or a pillar. One of them.
Yeah.
I can definitely vouch for Chance. Lance is pretty good too.
I think that's a good group. This is going to be a big group, then we can give you one of the more potentially challenging things that we need to have settled in the next few days. How familiar are you with the oases outside in the Canadian desert?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Anyone can roll a history check if they want.
You don't want me to. Okay, you want me to.
It's up to you. Anyone can do it. So we're seeing the split here for it. At least not straight. I'm asking people to do 20s, but we got a couple of 12s, couple of 9s.
Chance, I think, rolled a 21.
Yeah. So Chance, you
That
would
makes
know, and
sense.
Zanny, you would know just by studying the area because you were heading this direction. You saw lots of maps. Same with Chance for it. Tanin Desert is huge. It is where a lot of the nomadic tribes wander the deserts for it. And of course, they need oases that are pre-designated that this is theirs or that belongs to this tribe and whatnot. But more importantly, those oases are very much protected because that is water in the middle of the desert and flora sometimes, fauna or flora. The rest of you, I mean, Calliope, you would be aware. You have some tussles out in the desert, so you're like, okay, the Tanin Desert. I know desert is desert. I'm familiar enough with like this geographical area. M desert, in your context, you're like, okay, I know what a desert is, but I'm not too sure about this specific desert. The rest of you you have no idea about the desert to the south. All right. There have been serpentine activity in one of the oases. If you have a map, I'll mark it, but we need you all to go there, and it's a straight extermination quest. They will kill you on sight. They've been attacking the nomads and are trying to take over several oases. So head over there, kill them, bring back a trophy if you want, then come back. We've already tried the peaceful diplomatic route to get them to leave. They will not. They've basically become monsters. They're demon worshippers, giant snake heads at this point. Any questions?
Forgive me for asking, but they ain't near any. One of the tribes ain't the Ever Candles, is it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
We got any ideas on like numbers?
For this oasis that we're sending you to, I believe maybe around 5. There 5 or 10. We're not sure, but they are. Most of the troopers have already been killed off by the nomads themselves. The nomadic tribes are far from defenseless, but they are hunkering down. We are afraid that they may poison the oasis. So if any of them appears to be making a dash to the oasis or trying to do anything to the oasis, stop them.
Okay.
Sounds like my type of quest.
Great. Estimated time if you're going on by foot, maybe 3 days, 3 to 4 days heading over there, and then 3 to 4 days coming back. So just be aware of it.
Do we have a map for you guys or for her Sundays to market or no?
Yeah, Sundus can provide you a map actually for
Okay, just realize it. Okay, gotcha.
She waits to see if you have any other questions you want to bring up or anything else you want to bring up for this debriefing.
No, as soon as I kind of just take it from her, or at least the map from her, I'm just gonna kind of just look at her and just be like, maybe after this, we'll be able to have that rematch.
Sure. I'm always happy to have a good fight. But yeah,
I'm gonna keep
if you have
doing it.
any photographer tools or any other things, you can probably shorten the timeline for it. So, but I would just say, just to be safe, expect 6 days for it all, unless you get hit with a sandstorm. Then maybe 8. I'm just looking at Alice for a moment.
No sandstorms.
Is Alice literally doing that in the background?
No, Alice is pouring a drink because she's calculating in her head how many days she has.
All right. If anything else, for those who are guild members, you can use the smiths if you need to sharpen anything. If you have any things, you can get certain types of discounts at the at Tellos Remedies. Fort, we have a good relationship with them, and go forward from there. Also, if you haven't checked it out, check out Fire and Stone Smithing. Heat and yeah, Heat's a good one. He can do a lot of customize and really puts his heart and fire into things.
Sorry, when are we leaving? Now or tomorrow?
Ideally, as soon as possible.
All right. So just you were talking about the stores, so I wasn't sure if we were leaving tomorrow or if we had a choice or what the deal was.
Yeah, the longer you wait, the more the nomads suffer for it because that's one less oasis that they have. But there is no exact timeline. We though would like you to see it at least leaving in the next today or tomorrow, at least. Otherwise, we can give it to someone else if that timeline doesn't work.
In a show of very fake nobility, Alice is gonna go, well, we can't imagine those nomads suffering any longer. Everybody, let's go, let's go. And she's starting to like herd them out of the door.
Well, gotta grab some supplies first. There's things we're going to need for travel. That's for sure. And
Would it be
go ahead.
would it be faster if we got horses or camels?
Horses? Yes, we should get horses.
Well,
Camels probably more likely.
No, you all can get a camel.
We're in the desert still.
They have
Oh.
horses in the desert or
They do,
land.
yeah. They do have desert horses.
they do. They do. Camels' hooves are just better made for walking on sand, but horses can. So they might be slower.
Plus, if we end up stuck in some place where we need to hunker down, they'll be able to survive longer.
Let's go see what pricing is.
Yes, let's go look at horses.
Perfect.
Thanks, Sundus. We'll be taking our leave now.
All right. Good luck with the quest. Let me know if you need anything else.
And
Oh,
And,
one quick thing.
Sundus,
Since we're going on
where
that
can we
quest,
find horses?
Valor Horseman. It's up north in the Copper or past Copper Village or in Copper Village. But,
Kelly's gone.
you literally
Wait.
start walking away from
No,
Sundus?
can you wait?
She just kind of gives you a look, Callie, as you like turn your back, like as I was saying, and kind of looks at you, kind of like rubbed her now the wrong way for a moment, Callie. Here's a sending stone in case anything else happens. All right. Anyone goes on a mission gets a sending stone. It's a one-shot sort of deal. So
okay.
She puts it in her other boob.
He gives it to Erlon.
Thank you. You're already walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
Much appreciated.
of course, let me know if you need anything else, any other information. But otherwise, good luck.
What was the name of that apothecary again?
Tellos Remedies
Tellos Remedies? Okay.
over in the Ambrosia Bazaar.
It's the one I've been to, right?
I'm not sure. I don't remember if you RP'd it, but roll a d20.
No,
to see if
haven't
you
been to
did.
it yet. No, it was on my list.
Okay, gotcha. All right. The group, you leave the guild hall and are outside. What are you guys immediately doing as you're outside?
Is it walking distance or do we need a carriage?
From what you've found from this point, walking would be about 40 minutes. Carriage 20 minutes to the Valorman Horseman or Valorman
Yeah.
Status. Let me go back to the Jeddah map so y'all can see kind of like where locations are.
And then Zanny, you said you needed supplies, right?
If they're dealing with poisons and stuff and possibly poisoning the oases, I might want to look into getting some supplies to make some concentrated antitoxin, maybe undo some damage if they've done something to it. If we get there and they've already poisoned the water or something like that, if we can't stop them, maybe I can at least fix it.
So we gotta stop at Tellos Remedies as well.
Do you all see the map for it? Okay, you guys are
Yep.
right now in Rose Throne Borough. To get to the Copper Village, you go through 2 areas, so that would each area, like walking is 20 minutes, so 40 minutes walk. A carriage basically cuts it in half. If you want to go to the Ambrosia Bazaar, it's only 1 area, so just 20-minute walk to the Ambrosia Bazaar.
I also need
I'll
to
meet
go
you
back.
at the horses.
I need to
I'll
go.
go the horses and camels too. Why don't we split up into 2 groups and then meet at the horses?
Well, and before we split up, I do want to ask a question. Do we want to leave? Do we want to try to get supplies and head out tonight, or do we want to go ahead and make sure we get rested up, get everything settled, and then leave out in the morning? Because that'll affect how long we need to hold some of these animals too.
It's 8 a.m. I thought the point was to leave today.
Okay,
Right,
I just
well-
want to make sure.
Alice is going to put her hands on Zanny's shoulders and go, "Darling, Bruce is coming next 5th day. That means we don't have time to dally."
Oh, run, don't walk. Got it.
And just for it's not going to affect it anyway, but 9 a.m. technically. just for the record at this point for it.
It's first thing in the morning. Why would we wait another day?
I agree.
Yeah, no,
Let's
it is.
go.
Awesome. All right. So who's going for horses and camels? We have Calliope and Chance.
Embrin would like to go see the horses.
Embrin as well.
I think we'll jog it. I'll jog it.
Okay. And then who's going for potions?
I'm sticking with Zanny. Yeah.
Okay. Zanny,
Is
and-
my sample that I have in my room stable enough that it could have come with me?
yes. And
Okay.
especially you wouldn't know. It needs to be kept in a cool place. Lance has a bag of colding.
Bag of colding.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Alice, which one are you going with? Are you going with the horses or the potions?
I need to go back to the hotel to get my armor. Alice does not walk around with any of that stuff on.
Okay. So you're gonna head back to.
She's gonna go to the
all right.
hotel. She's gonna pay for 6 nights of the hotel, so Zeta doesn't
Okay.
have to worry about it.
Great.
Yeah.
So.
Is that in the Ambrosia Bazaar anyways, or no?
No, the Marjorie Hotel is in Aders Hill.
In Aders, that's
Other
right.
side of it. So she's going for a 40-minute walk that way. Unless she does a carriage, then 20 minutes.
No, I'm about to pay so much money. I can't afford a carriage too. Are you crazy? It's a brisk walk.
No worries. Let me just double check something. Oh, one important thing I forgot. I'm gonna retcon this just really quickly for it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they reward is 100,000 silver. Just FYI.
Fuck in A.
Well, you should have started with that one.
Yeah, you could have led
You
with
guys
that.
never
Gaston.
asked. I will just mention that 100,000 silver. It's an extermination mission. Get in.
Well, too bad Alice isn't part
I
of
will
the
mention
guild.
this. If you fail to stop them from poisoning the oasis, it's half because at least you get rid of it. Then they have to send clerics or druids to reverse the damage. So it's again 50,000 if it's you exterminate but don't stop the poison. 100,000 if you do both.
All right, good to know for Zanny.
I do love that reaction though. All right. So
are we sorry, really quick, Zanny, are we going because I know you're connected at the hip to Alice. Are we gonna bring her to the hotel?
I don't know. I mean, we need to go ahead and get our stuff together. If she needs to run off to the hotel, she can be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine with me.
Lance will offer to like be with Alice if we're worried about her like safety. Just walking alone.
I was going to ask him to do something else.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Chance. What would you ask Lance? No,
well, I was going to ask if he could take care of things at the other hotel.
Okay, Drunken Stag. Gotcha.
And make sure we have at least one room there for 6 days for us to keep everything that is there. Also, like I said, I was not planning on bringing the foxes.
Okay. Yeah, and Gype is staying. He's not going on an adventure.
Okay, so yeah, a room with for Gype and the foxes. Put any of our stuff that we're not bringing with us in that room, and paying for all that.
Good call.
We will do so. All right. So right now I have Chanson, Calliope, and M heading towards horses and camels. So we have Erlon and Zanny heading towards potions. We have Alice heading towards the Marjorie Hotel, and Lance heading towards the Drunken Stag.
And can I ask Lance to grab? I need to grab his bag of colding while we're going over there, in case I grab anything, or in case I need something from the bag.
Oh yeah, we're absolutely bringing the bag of colding. I mean, we need water, keep it cold. Coca-Colas too.
Well, yeah, I got something in there that I might need over at the apothecary.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Lance is probably, and I'll double check with Lance when he in the RP, just making sure what he would stock up. And that is to note, you guys are going into the middle of the desert in the middle of summer. Hydration. I cannot emphasize this enough, and rations. So that's the DM fair warning.
The first stop for Zanny is the alchemist, and the next stop is the general store.
Perfect. All right. Let's do Alice, Zanny, and Calliope. Roll me a d20. Let's see who goes in order.
Woo! So good at this.
Yeah, M, you have a good berry with M.
I know.
All good, all good.
That's a great average.
It averages in opposite directions. You're all good.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna go with Calliope. Very much you love horses, and M loves horses too because animals, and Chance horses and camels because it is a desert. All right, you guys head over to the Copper Village, and let me pull up this. Heading over there, and you guys did say canonically you're walking, correct?
Yeah, someone can walk. I'm jogging.
Okay.
heels clicking on the cobblestones. Click, click,
Yep.
click.
So you pass through, and the others are, well, I'll ask. Chance M, are you trying to keep up with Calliope or letting her go on ahead first, and then walking at a normal pace?
I remember walking with her in the RP chat and her saying, "I don't do exercise."
No, horses. This isn't exercise. This is horses.
Trying to get
yeah, but the walking to places that. So I'm like, you can run ahead. I feel like you're gonna stop part of the way.
No. She's on a mission at this
point. Plus, we got heels on cobblestone.
That's what I'm about to say. So, Calliope, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Well, is that enough, or do I need to spend my inspiration?
I would say if you don't
Is
want
that your
something to
final
happen-
answer?
the DM
I'll
is
spend-
just giving pause. Go ahead. 21. You're good.
General rule of thumb is anything single digits is probably a fail.
I've done a couple of DC fives. I've done a couple of DC fives. All right, you're fine. You do almost trip for a moment, but immediately are able to catch yourself and not snap a heel or not fall face first into anything.
I meant to do that. Horses.
horses. So, Chance and M, normal pace, or do you actually get a carriage to bypass her? Or M, do you transform into a horse and just ride over there?
Yeah, so as Callie kind of sets off in a jog, M is actually gonna kind of turn to Chance to see if she's about to start jogging to follow too. And he's just gonna just kind of shrug and do we need to get there really fast? Do you want me to be a horse or something?
They
Yes,
have
be
to
a
go.
horse. Horse.
They have to go 20 or 40 minutes in the other direction, do their stuff, and then head 40 minutes in this direction to meet us. We have like 2 hours before they're going to get there to do our business. I'm going to take my time.
Awesome. So,
You wanna be a horse? Be a horse.
well, Calliope, you're not there because you just
Oh.
ran off. So,
Be a horse.
yeah,
So yeah, they'll just go at a normal pace.
yep. With
I
that
mean, if
said-
she buys horses before we're there, I guess I saved money.
yeah. So, Calliope, you run through from Rose Throne Borough to the Reefs Hill, map included, going right past the courthouses, the Temple of Civilization, passing Wissam's wands, and eventually, after huffing it, since you're jogging, I would say you get there like 25 to 30 minutes later. You eventually are able to reach Copper Village, and it is a wide opening for it. It's past the walled portion of the city, and it extends into the Jedna farmlands for it. So lots of greenery, lots of like farmlands past the last homes as you reach there, and you can see some areas that are like fenced off farmlands or such. You eventually read the signs, you're able to reach the Valor Horseman stables.
Probably smells it far before or long before she sees any signs. She's
Yep.
just following her nose.
Follow her note. Was that Toucan Sam? Follow your nose.
Exactly.
Perfect.
The nose knows.
Ah, love it. All right. You eventually enter, and immediately you are going through like a large entryway with lots of different stalls and horses and such, and different types of beasts of burden for things, working animals and such. And you are greeted by a gentleman that looks like this: dark skin, wearing kind of like a hat that he could kind of pull a little bit and push in or pull out to help with the sunlight for it.
Gotcha.
He's wearing farmer clothing for it, and he sees you as you're walking. He was shoveling some hay over into the different stalls, and he's like, "Oh, greetings. How are you today?"
She just kind of stops and puts her hand over her mouth and just, these are actually tears of joy, but she loves this. She's so happy to be here. And she just, does the farmer approach her?
Yeah, he sees you entering and then starting to like wander a little bit, and he kind of like stops shoveling the hay and kind of like puts the pitchfork to the side and then asks that.
She kind of walks up to him and hugs him and says, "Horses. We need horses."
Kind of like pushes you off of him, like because
No, I get it.
horses. Okay.
We're gonna be traveling across the desert. Do you have? I'm looking for one about yay high. You don't have one that answers to the name Cupcake, do you?
Afraid not.
Oh. Well, show me
But
what you got.
certainly, this way. and he kind of like shows you different different animals that he has, the different types of horses. Since you said specifically horses for it, he will show the draft horses as well as riding horses. So
We
you
need
do see
riding
like,
horses and draft horses, I believe, sir.
okay. So he has a lot of different horses for it, and he has a lot of different workers there at the Valor Horseman, and you see different types of colors of the different horses, as well as different breeds, whether they're like more muscular or more sleeker for speed, as well as the different types of like Arumic stallions as well for it.
So he does have an Arumic stallion.
Yes.
Is there any that are I'm looking for not necessarily quality but attitude. Is there one that kind of I don't want to say is there one that translates into horse arrogance? You know what I mean? Just kind of like I'm the best there is, just that kind of demeanor, head straight, kind of whipping their head and their mane around.
Okay. You ask him that, and he does say, we've gotten one, but they're not yet suitable or rideable yet. So we're trying to get them to be more accepting of riders.
Would you introduce us?
Roll a persuasion check. Okay. Sure. Mind your fingers though, if you're gonna try to just this way. He does lead you towards a black stallion
Oh
that seems to be not caged off, but like kind of like separated a little bit from the several of the other grazing horses. You definitely see it kind of like running very quickly back and forth and not responding to anyone or anyone's calls.
Can I try to get his attention?
Sure. Roll a animal handling check. Doesn't listen. Doesn't even acknowledge you.
Try to climb over the fence?
Ma'am, no. Please pull. He kind of like does grab your coat. For your safety, please don't do that.
I have to have him.
No, we haven't yet. No.
Please.
You do realize he's untrained this moment. He is a wild stallion.
Yes.
Okay, what? I'm not gonna let you just like get over there and ride and like attempt anything. I don't want you getting hurt. I don't want the horse to get hurt.
No, I understand.
But if you want, you can try to feed them, try to build a relationship with them, unless you're intent on buying them first. And if that is
Oh
the
no,
case,
he needs to choose me as much as I need to choose him.
yes, which is why I said potentially feeding them, trying to get them to know you. We've tried with others. This one does not seem to care about any individual riding them or getting too close to them.
Oh, you're saying make him jealous. I can do that.
Okay.
Whatever you got to tell yourself, Callie. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you start trying to get other horses to like you. Okay. Are you gonna buy some apples and
Yeah.
or sugar
No
cubes?
apples. Hearth doesn't like apples. We'll do carrots and other types of things.
All right. Fair enough. Mark off uh 25 silver.
25 silver it is.
Yep.
Okay.
And with that said, you start handling the other animals. Roll a animal handling check for those horses. And I'll give you advantage because you are they are in a more controlled environment and you are feeding them.
Okay. So 22.
22. Really good. You are able to gather a lot of the horses to you, and you have a lot of for you inside of you. You actually do enjoy this. The attention to horses, the the eyes that they are when you stare at them, the feel of their hair and the side of their neck when you pet them, the majesty and grace, that strength and that speed, all inside of a majestic animal.
She's seriously just she's loving this. Is there one horse that she particularly connects with?
Sure. You would get more like with a traditional chestnut colored brown horse that you just seem to really hit it off with, and she seems to like you and is definitely kind of like enjoying the attention and is next to you as you try to feed other horses. Not in a jealous sense, but just always like there, just so you see her. So if you do decide to give her something, or she's like right there ready for it. Well
This
tempered.
one. Roll what?
Well tempered.
What? Tell me about this one, please.
She's a good one. She's a riding horse, but still likes to do some work from time to time. But overall, she seems to be consistently a good one. No issues or complaints. Just haven't gotten people interested in buying her. She's a young one too, a year and a half.
Callie's literally hugging this horse. Doesn't have eyes for any of the other horses. How much? How much? How much does she cost?
1,500 silver.
Oh my. Oh my. I
The thing
have.
about this time, Chance and M do eventually arrive because this is time you're with like the horses and such.
Oh, yeah.
So Chance and M, you arrive on scene, and
I
you're
have. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
sorry. He does say, hold on a second. He goes because he hears other customers for it, and he does see the two of you. I'm assuming do the two of you ask or inquire about Calliope, or uh, represent yourselves individually?
I mean, I'm
Uh,
sure we see them. Her.
Yeah, just for the sake of it, sure. You can see kind of like on the side of the building, you would see her over there with the horses. So eventually, yeah.
Has she bought the dozen horses yet?
No, she was
Oh,
feeding
can
one.
we take them all?
Uh, if do you have a ranch back home where you can take care of them?
Not yet, but we can get more rooms at the hotel.
I think they'll be happier
you're
here.
gonna put a horse in a hotel?
Well,
I
we
think
have to be decent.
I think they'll be happier with their rooms here. They have a large pasture out there to graze. There's no pasture at the hotel.
I think
We
for
can.
trekking across the desert, we should really only be thinking about as many as as few as we need as possible, so that
I,
we aren't
I need
subjecting
this
them all
one.
to that trek.
I
I
need
mean,
this
at least, um, like probably Zanny and Erlan can share a horse. I don't know. You're very tall, Embrin, so probably
Oh, I can just be a horse.
okay. All right, that works, I guess. Um,
one. I'm gonna call you
Uh,
Pud.
You said to the chestnut colored horse or to M? So I
To
make
the
sure.
chestnut color horse.
Okay. I just posted a picture also of the color for it. So
I
just so you
love
can see
her.
it.
M is just gonna go ahead and cast Speak with Animals.
I mean, I
He
also
does
think
see. Oh, sorry. Before you go, Chad. You did when he sees you casting your spell. The owner, which he later introduces himself as Nos, is like, "Oh, a druid. Great. We do have druid certification here. So knock yourself out."
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to, meet the gang.
Good. We owe a lot to the druids, so we keep them healthy. They keep them happy and keep them happy. And you are able to verify that, as you go and talk to them. They're very well kept. The druids visit often and bless the land so that it's very fertile for them.
Awesome.
But Chance, what were you about to say?
I was going to ask about camels too. If they might be.
Yeah, we have camels.
suited
We really, I mean, we're close to the desert, so we absolutely do offer them. They are, I think, kind of like goes over to an area, and you do see it's a long stretch of the land that they own for it, and on one side, on more kind of like not necessarily like barren area, but more softer, more dry earth sort of area. There is a place where they keep their camels. You see that they both have the one humped and the two humped different types of camels for it. Yep, these are our camels. I definitely recommend them if you're going on long trips through the sand, the sandy deserts and such. They
What
are,
do you determine as a long trip? We're thinking like a little more than a week.
yeah, I would say if anything between 5 or 10 day, definitely I would recommend a camel over a horse. Well, really, which desert are you thinking of traveling through?
Which one did they say?
The Tanin.
The Tanin?
Ah, camel. Definitely camel.
That's what I was thinking too.
Of course, it's probably going to be a little more difficult to get two people on a camel.
Yeah, that's one drawback for it. I mean, you could do, let me see, one of them, let me see. You can do two people on one of the on one of the camels, but they are able, the good thing about them is they can carry a lot of weight with things. So any supplies, they're going to be your best friend for that. Let me just really quickly pull up images for it. As I'm pulling this straight from Google. So this is show kind of like the sizes, so to speak, for them. They are big camels for it to be able to be ridden on and
You
carry
got two
support.
people on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, now that I'm googling it, I can. Yeah, if we have the appropriate saddles.
Exactly. We can put that in there for it. The saddle, as well as I really do mean they can carry. They can survive long treks, anything past even a 10 day, just from one watering hole. But there is something to be said about a good horse, though, too.
In the long run, I'd love to have a horse. I'm sure Callie would like the whole stable.
No, just this one.
Do we buy them? Do you rent them? What's the?
Well, if you're looking to buy, you can definitely buy.
I mean, we don't really have a place for them.
Mhm. Yeah, if you're gonna buy and you want us to stable, then we can arrange for like a monthly fee to have them here, but you own them. That would be fine. We keep them fed, watered, entertained, and everything. If you want to rent them, we may need some collateral or something, just to make sure don't run off with them.
What are you thinking for collateral? Some of these folks here work with the Skenders Guild. I don't know if you have some sort of arrangement with them or anything.
Skender's Guild, yes. We rent into a lot. You've led with that. Could have arranged for different. Absolutely. Sure, we could definitely rent for that. If you do anything with it, the guild will front the pay for it. So you'd just be responsible then for the daily rate for it.
Which is
Let's go inside and talk so that we can figure out how many, what's the arrangement for it? How many are we looking at potentially for it? I will say, let me see. He would charge after kind of looking at kind of like availability and such for a camel. Let me 50 silver a day. And then for a riding horse. Pull up the calculator. One second. For a riding horse, 75 silver a day.
Would you be willing, since I'm a member of Skender's Guild, I would like to rent Puddin', but I want to purchase Puddin'. But I won't be given my silver. At this point, I have 400 silver to my name. I will give you that 400 silver as a deposit. And then when we successfully complete our mission, I will settle up my bill with you.
Roll a persuasion check. It's a lower DC, but just roll a persuasion check. Sure. You put a down payment, you come back for it, put up the rest of it. So you want to put 400 now, 1100 when you come back. Tomorrow, I'm all right with that.
Oh, I love you, sir. Thank you.
I mean,
Of course. Always happy to help. Have people have more horses. Carriage people, they'll steal you. They'll steal silver from you with all their fares and fees.
Can I borrow a saddle and a bridle until I am able to purchase my own?
Sure. We'll put that as part of the 400 deposit.
She goes back out and introduces herself to Puddin'.
what is the monthly rate on housing them? Because I'm just looking at the numbers you gave us, and that's like half. If we're going to be on for 10 days, that's 50 silver a day. That's like half the price of buying the camel. So it almost makes more sense to buy the camel if we're going to be paying half the price of buying the camel than giving it back.
Yeah, if you're gonna be doing it for that long, I didn't know how long it was gonna be doing it for, but yeah, it may make sense to just buy the camel outright.
Yes, but then what's the upkeep cost of the camel? Like, you know,
Monthly, about 100 silver. And that's food, water, entertainment, making sure they're healthy and everything.
Each?
Each, yes. And Chance or Calliope, either one of you, since you guys have been like kind of like discussing pricing, you can roll insight a little bit. 13 for Chance and 13 for Calliope.
I'll go ahead and use I'll use my inspiration.
All right, roll again. 20. Okay. Calliope, you definitely think about it. 100 silver for an entire for like one creature is definitely a fair price for it. You get the feeling like they're dealing with it in bulk, so then they have the facilities for it. It's not a bad deal, especially because just like a normal stay at like a hotel would be like conceptually, it costs a lot more than 100 silver to keep a person, a human, fed for an entire month. So definitely, and the same thing with Chance, you would get. He's giving a fair price for the storage for it. Chance though, with that 20, you do get the sense that he's not necessarily inflating the price, but he is trying to make money off of the price. So this is the rate he's giving. Persuasiveness could maybe lower it, but this is like his starting offer. If you're gonna haggle, you gotta haggle now, but that is his starting offer with a little bit of wiggle room.
All right, so 7 of us. Tally.
Last thing I will mention, since you did study a lot of math in the tower place, he's basically charging 1/20th of the price per day for it.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind, at least at this moment.
Yes, but if we're going to be gone between 6 and 10 days.
Yep.
But, and we only need. All right, sorry, I was counting. Kelly's buying a horse. M is a horse, and he said he can take 2 people. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So we only need 2 camels.
Yep. Either a camel or put put Alice on a horse riding with. And technically, like the chestnut horse could seat 2 people also. So
Nope.
may not be. Oh, Calliope's like, nope. Okay, fair enough. So if Alice rides on M, then you just need those 2 camels. Or a camel and a horse, your choice. So
Alice can ride behind Callie.
Well, I mean, also depending on how much you've got and how much weight you're carrying in your bags, or if that's all going on the camel. Horses can only carry about 250, unless you get a draft horse.
Yep.
So 2 people, even skinny people, is pushing it.
You do have 2, like Sani and Erlon, who are technically, I believe, small for it. So
Yeah, but Erlon is beefy.
so but yeah. So anything you yeah, Erlon's like, who you call it small? Sorry, fine.
All right.
Size.
Yeah, let's buy 2 camels and see
Are you
if we
saying
can
buy
get
or
like
rent?
we'll buy them.
Okay.
If we don't need them later, we'll find somebody else to buy them, or you'll find somebody else to buy them.
Sounds fair.
I'm sure that you can help us. Just kind of maybe just do it a little better.
Yeah. So fair price if you want. You can do 2 camels. I'll even throw in the saddles as part of it. 2,000 silver for the 2 of them.
Like I said, can we do any better than that?
Roll persuasion check. 14.
That is terrible. Now I'm using a luck point.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. How about 1,800?
All right. I will just talk to everyone else and get that money together.
Perfect. And meanwhile, you just see Calliope in the distance.
Wait,
riding
how
his
we need
deadline.
1,800 silver?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Oh, well, we've got that.
Calliope's got a
and
carrot in her mouth, and Puddin's eating the carrot out of her mouth.
we'll pull out his coin purse and how much it was 1,800 exactly?
Yes, 1,800 exactly.
There you go.
are you
Much appreciated.
covering all of it? Are we pulling from the team fund?
It doesn't matter. We need the horses. Now we have the horses.
And can you front me the money for Puddin and I'll pay you back?
Sure.
I love you.
Okay. You have the 400 Calliope you put down, so you need 1,100 in order to buy pudding.
Puddin, not no G. It's an N. Puddin.
Forgive me. Or should I say forgive me?
Oh my God, we'll find Cupcake and Puddin can have little horsey babies together.
All right. So
actually, yeah, I have just 1,100 left. I can do.
Oh no, I
it.
don't want to take all your money. No. I can pay when we get paid from Skenders.
all right.
That's your money, yeah.
With that said, we'll go ahead and move from the scene for a moment. We're going next to Alice. you're going to the Marjorie Hotel, correct? As you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
I'm
right.
going
You
to.
go.
Yeah, I have to go to the room first too. She's gonna fish out. She's gonna change clothes. She's gonna wear the clothes that she traveled on the train with. She's gotten
Yep.
them cleaned since then. They've repaired themselves. She's gonna put that on. She's gonna put her armor on. She's gonna go to leave, and then she's gonna turn around, come back, and she's gonna put her rapier on her waist.
Ooh. All
Very
right.
awkwardly though. It takes her about 4 tries to get it on. Like she's trained to use this thing. She just hasn't used it in a while.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous. And once she's all, suited up, she's gonna put some stuff in her chest, take some stuff out of her chest, yada yada yada. Then she's gonna go down to the hotel bar and buy like 3 bottles of liquor.
Okay.
And then she'll pay for the rest of the she'll pay for 6 days at the
Okay.
hotel.
So 6 times 50 is 300 silver
Perfect.
for the same room.
Yes.
They'll hold it.
Yes.
The liquor. How expensive are we going?
You know what? This is an emergency adventuring situation. We're going middle shelf.
Middle shelf. Okay.
Yeah,
So let's say about 100 silver each bottle.
Okay, maybe 2 bottles then.
So 200 silver mark off plus the 300, so total 500 silver.
Yes. She is going to tell them that if she's not back in 6 days, can she leave a little extra to cover perhaps an extra day?
Yeah, if you want to cover 7 days, you can do that. So
Yeah,
an extra 50 silver.
she's gonna cover 7 days.
Okay. So that's total is 550 that you're
Yes.
spending right now.
On important stuff.
Yep, room's important. Room is important.
Liquor.
And then liquor.
Liquor is important, right?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just enough of an alcoholic. You don't want her going through withdrawals in the middle of the desert.
I was about to say, I would actually argue alcohol in the desert. Yeah, you're gonna start having disadvantage on con saves.
What? She's not gonna drink it like crazy. It's just
We'll all be keeping an eye on it. All right. Now, anything else for you, Alice?
No, I don't think so. She's just as long as she is going to cast sending and tell Kaya she can't come tomorrow in 25 words.
She is sad, but she understands and hopes. Do you mention the adventuring quest?
No, she tells her to keep or listen for a second sending about next week.
Okay. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully everything's okay. Understandable. We'll do on 10th day the opera. I'll get us tickets."
And then she'll message Bruce, going on an adventure. Hopefully see you next 5th day. I will be safe and back quickly. Love you.
Next 10th day. Next 10th day. 10th day. Got it. Have fun. Be safe. I love you, and I believe in you. You are wonderful and beautiful.
There's a second level of bard. Perfect.
Awesome.
That's all my stuff I need to attend to. Then she's going to make her way towards the horses. She's gonna have to ask around. Alice has not been to the stables before.
No, it takes a while, but eventually you get there.
I'm sure the school had their own stables, so
yeah, they rented, so they yeah. All right, awesome. Let's go to Big Red and Zanny. The two of you head over back to the Ambrosia Bazaar. Any conversations as you guys are walking over there?
Hey, Zanny.
Hey, you doing all right after? Actually, I'll just start with that. You doing all right?
Yeah, we're on an adventure. We're a guild, Zanny. This is awesome.
It's good to see a smile on your face. You know that?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's pretty cool to be able to do this with you guys.
I'm glad that we get to go represent down south. Um, I may try to do a little hawking while I'm here. Maybe see if I can get some seed money for us. Uh, Cross your fingers.
Sounds good. I'm probably gonna need it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, and if you, I know you've got some shit going on, honey. If you want to talk about it, I did. If you want to talk about it, you don't ever have to. But if you want to, just come let me know.
Yeah. I mean, I think this whole group has some shit that we're dealing with. So
Yeah, me included. Me included. I need to go find myself one, so you can't, because you can't do yourself, you know.
I appreciate it. Right now, just focus on this quest.
Okay, I can do that.
Cool.
All
Just
right.
give him a clap on the back.
You all continue forward. You arrive at Tellos Remedies, and you are greeted by the owner, Chloe.
Oh, Chloe.
Good morning. Welcome to Tellos Remedies. How can I help you today?
Good morning there, sweetheart. My name is Dr. Xanashar Glorisong, and I'm getting some supplies for a mission for the Scanners Guild. They sent us out. We're I don't know if you've heard about the Oasis job, but we're going to handle it. We might need to work on some antitoxin stuff, and I wanted to come over and get some supplies. And is that laudanum?
What? Yeah.
Just I looked at her stocks, so she just looks over and is like, just mid sentence, is that laudanum?
Yes.
Oh, good. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. Also, I was wondering if you might be interested in something for your shop.
Such as?
And she starts digging around and actually pulls out the project and shows it to her from the bag of holding. This little
Are you
it's
opening
just
it?
like a
Or-
yeah, I'm pulling out this little like almost like
No, I'm saying, are you breaking the air seal?
no, not actually breaking it, just pulling out the full sample itself.
Gotcha. Huh.
And it's got a little note attached to it. It says 6 heat.
And what is this? She does. It's not accusatory, but just like trying to understand.
Oh, this is so unfortunately I can't break the seal on it, but this is a healing ointment that I happened to stumble upon while I was working on something else. But this thing has some power in it that I have not seen before. It near as my test results will show, in a few days when this actually solidifies up, it's going to become almost like a paste, and then you'll be actually be able to spread it on somebody, and for like a minute they're going to be able to regenerate almost like a troll could. Like every few seconds their wounds are just going to start healing up.
Very useful.
Yeah, and I bet it might be worth kind of a pretty penny.
All right. Well, let's take a look at it then. You said can't break the seal, so let me
Yeah, on the
use a little
6th it'll be
magic.
all good to go.
Use a little magic to verify it, of course. So
Absolutely, take your time and verify. Just as long as you don't break the seal, we're all good to go.
of course. And she goes and she do see she has perhaps purchased a wand. There's not like specifically a spellcaster in that sense, like with wizardry or sorcery and such. But
Yeah.
in Aramir, almost a lot of people can at least in like merchants can at least afford a wand of sorts. So she casts the identify spell on it and is able to identify its contents. Like, okay, this is impressive. And you wanted to sell this?
Yeah. I was looking to go ahead and sell it off. And we're looking for a little bit of starting money for our first show. So I figured, I mean, could come with us and be useful. But I mean, just look over at Red and kind of smile. They got me already, so I think they'll be all right. I think we could use the money more, to be honest.
All right. Well, how about I offer then for this one, 20,000 silver for it. It's a fair price, I think.
You know what? Honestly, that's what I was gonna come with my first offer. So I'm not even gonna haggle with you, sweetheart. You got a deal.
Yeah, I need to make a little money on it too, so I think it's a fair price for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you're gonna make what, like 5, maybe,
About
if
5.
you're good.
I'm honest about my work, so.
Yeah, same. I know it's good work, but I know you got to make money too.
Mhm.
So 20,000 sounds good.
All right. You are then able to go forward, and you. She shakes on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Handshake deal, totally. And I'll
Handshake
just
deal
leave it on the
totally
counter.
for it, and then gets you for her. She would give you actually in bills, not in coin.
Awesome.
So 20,000. Big Red, you actually are. I mean, that's a lot of money. 20,000 silver for you. As she kind of like goes to like a private room actually with you to actually count. She actually does have that money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I figure running a shop like this.
Yes. So yeah, you get 20,000 silver. Add that to your inventory.
Alrighty.
You sold a rare magical item. Yeah.
And
But yeah, Big
so
Red, you can react to it. What are you doing? Saying?
I mean, so what would you do for a genuine autograph from Big Red?
Who's Big Red?
So I'm Big Red. Okay, so
Hi,
you
Big
might
Red.
have
Is
heard
it-
of me already.
So just want to make sure. First name Big, last name Red. So Mr. Red.
Yeah, and just literally yesterday, people were chanting my name in front of the guild, and I'm kind of a big deal now.
Oh, you're one of the ones that joined Skender's Guild.
Yeah, yeah, and I also did a lot more than that too. I've saved people, and yeah, I'm Big Red.
Well, I'm sure the guild chose wisely with you. I do offer, since and I'm assuming both of you are part of the guild, then 10% discount on all the potions for it. So,
excellent.
Do you not want an autograph then?
oh, sure. If you want to give me an autograph, I'll be happy to have one.
Trust
Yeah,
me, you want it.
yeah. See, you'll want it. How much you want to pay for it?
Ah, roll a persuasion check. Persuasion check.
Damn it.
Natural 20. Okay. Roll something here. How about I give you 200 silver for it?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Certainly. She gets in. She's like, "Let's hope you can walk the walk, but or you're gonna use it to spend it in my shop. So either way, it works for me."
Yeah, it does, and that's literally one of a kind autograph. So
Is it though? She
yeah,
doesn't
it is.
roll a deception check.
Can I just make hers really nice looking?
You said one of a kind. You didn't say. So go ahead, roll
Sign it in your blood.
one of a kind. I'm sure you say this to all the merchants and all the children.
Yeah, well, you know what? I kind of have to because
I can respect that. Also, say it
thanks.
while you're ahead.
All right, thanks. You know what? I appreciate the money.
So she does make you give her a good autograph.
That's fine
And
with
save it.
me.
And she'll put it aside, seeing if it's worth anything in the future. Like she said, if you're worth what you're saying, it's going to be worth something. If you're not,
Yeah,
probably going to be buying more potions from her.
that's okay because I just sold my autograph.
Yeah, you sold your first autograph,
Yeah.
200 silver.
Yes.
All right. So, anything you guys are purchasing? Now you've got her to buy things from you. Are you purchasing anything?
Yes.
We're leaving. We're leaving immediately.
No. This was
All right,
this was
Dom's
to get
done.
money so that I can actually spend it. I have a shopping list of like basically not antitoxin directly. I need supplies to make antitoxin, at least like half a dozen doses, so that
Okay.
I can over time concentrate it down.
Let me check something. Solution bodies. Just really quickly looking if I.
And
Okay,
I don't
no.
think it was
Let
on.
me-
Yeah, it wasn't
Well, I
specifically
was
on
just
her
double
shopping
checking that
list.
first. So let me then look up antitoxin 5e. And
And
okay.
let me, while you're looking that up, I'm going to check through real quick because I didn't. The other things were some basic stuff. I wanted to grab I wanted to grab laudanum and chlorodyne.
Okay. You buy the vial of the solution of laudanum and solution of chlorodyne. I think I said each of those has three. I think 3 doses for it, and we're talking about full needle extraction of it.
I think what I'd had before for the camphor and the morphine was 10 in one, but I can totally just read.
Let's
like I said, I have 3.
Let's do 5 for them going forward.
Okay,
So
works for me.
yep, and we're talking about like a full needle, like old school, old school needle extraction.
Yeah, we're talking, and these syringes back then were no joke. These aren't small things.
Yeah, that's what I'm like thinking of versus the nowadays the small like ultra thin ones versus the big like almost BioShock level syringes for it. But yeah, for antitoxin, it's 50 gold each, so that transfers to 500 silver. So you're gonna try to buy how many?
I need I need the materials to make half a dozen, and that's just me kind of taking a stab at it and see, so that way I've got a few chances to make like a concentrated antitoxin.
Okay, I'll cut it down to 400 for like the ingredients because we're gonna push it up to that 500 marker for the value of it. So 400 times 6 is 2400 silver.
Okay. And just marking these off one by one as I get them so that I've got my real time thing here. And I do want to grab 2 potions of mana standard.
All right.
And I will grab 2 standard potions of healing.
Perfect. Big Red, you do see that potion of growth on the shelf.
Yep. It looks great. It's also out of my budget.
I'm just saying.
And
honestly, I was looking at the potion of giant strength, but I mean,
that is also
I'm pretty strong already. They look really nice. What looks even worse is my pockets right now. So
fair.
I'm looking through, just kind of I'm poking through like her inventory, and I noticed I grabbed the potions of mana, 2 potions of mana, 2 basic potions of healing, and then I catch Big Red eyeing the potion of hill giant strength, and I'm gonna grab it too.
All right, potion of hill giant strength.
And
10% discount.
10% discount for all of it. So what's the grand total? I want to. I'm waiting because we're gonna do the 10% discount at the end.
Right. It is. I've already done the 10% discount for the laudanum and the chlorodyne, so I've not added these into into this calculation.
Gotcha. So
what
we'll
I'm
ignore
looking
those
at
2.
is.
So you said 2 potions of mana. So that's 1,000. 2 potions of standard healing, so another 1,000. Then you said
4,500.
The 2,400 for the ingredients for antitoxin. That's 500 times or 400 times 6. Yeah, 2,400
for everything that I haven't picked up yet. It should be
giant. Sorry, go ahead.
Should be 4,050 for everything I haven't paid for yet out of my pocket. Because out of my inventory, I've already paid for the laudanum and the chlorodyne and the antitoxin.
Okay, taking out the antitoxin, then we're looking at 4,500. Then let me do 10% discount. Minus 450 is 4,050. is the total.
Okay. The Hill Giant potion
That was-
immediately goes right over to Big Red.
Yeah. So you see this potion, Big Red, and yeah, it is an orangish, reddish potion for it.
Is what's left of the toenail still in there?
It's been broken up, so it's you gotta drink it, but you are
But
still
is
keeping the toenail.
it's
elements.
consumable. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Zanny.
Not a problem, sweetheart. I want to make sure we're actually stocked for this stuff. We still need to grab some food for everybody. Thank you so much. You have been an absolute blessing. I am going to drop by later. I think you and I need to have a conversation about some work in the future.
Please, I'm always happy to help honest apothecaries. You don't go to discount potions? Yeah.
Haven't taken a look there yet, I don't think. This is the first apothecary I've been up here. It's nice.
Wouldn't
Well, first
recommend.
in this town.
Wouldn't recommend going there. They're subpar potions.
Ooh.
Mm.
Definitely tell like there's some anger.
There's a little bit of something there, isn't there? Okay. We'll unpack that one day, sweetheart. You're not going to be
They're
good for
trying
this.
to run out honest apothecaries. Let's just
Oh,
leave
well,
it.
that's. There's healthy competition, and then there's beating your opponents to a pulp, and that one's not okay. But we'll explore that another time.
Okay. Well, good day. Enjoy the potions, and I'm gonna go get this frame. One said Big Red's autograph.
Yeah, good idea.
You all eventually make it back. I'm gonna say after like an hour. So we said it was 9 by the time it arrived, 9:30, 9:40. Then everyone getting over there. I'm gonna add another hour and just say let's do it at 11 a.m. You guys are converging back, or not converging to the stables. Is there anything else you guys are talking as you regroup and are about to head out, or finding out about the camels? Humphrey and Sandra, love it. I'm gonna upload them, add them to the landing page for it.
The only thing Alice says about the camels is that she's not getting on a camel.
Okay.
Well, you'll figure it out.
Embrin, can you ask?
They're actually easier to ride than horses.
Embrin, can you?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
Oh,
Kelly.
no,
Go
please.
ahead. Go ahead.
Embrin, can you ask Puddin if she's okay with the name Puddin and if she's okay with me riding her?
Yeah, M will translate to the horse that my friend here would like to know if you mind her calling you Puddin. You can just kind of give a little shake of your head there if that's suitable for you. There you go. She approves.
And does she mind me riding her?
And do you mind if she were to ride you to our destination? You are good to go.
And can you tell her I love her?
Sure. I mean, that's pretty quick.
Oh, I know, but I believe in love at first sight. This isn't the first one that I've fallen in love with this week.
She would like me to let you know that she loves you.
She goes over and kind of like nibbles on your hat.
Oh my
as a
God.
response.
We're okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, just keeping it together. She's kind of waving her hands in front of her face. She's okay. I'm okay. It's okay.
Do you all have everything you need before you set out? Or wait, Zanny, I will say you can let me know what you buy at the basic supply store because we didn't get to that.
Yeah.
We do need to make sure.
I'll let you know that, and I also need to grab.
I will just ask right off the bat: are you buying tents and rations? Those are the two big
Yes.
things I'm going to ask right off.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Put it later on. Calculate how much, what you're buying, the sizes, whether it's like a 1 tent or a 2 tent, or how many rations and how much water, and we'll go forward from there. But those are the two things I need to make sure you guys have as you're about to go into a desert.
as we leave Tellos, the Tellos remedies, I'll snag Red, be like, all right, we gotta pick up the pace. We gotta go for a shopping spree. Let's go. And she just starts huffing it like cutting action dash go.
I hate shopping.
You say that as you have a new potion.
I know.
All right. The group gathers. Do you transform on a horse? Or transform into a horse?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nay.
And I think so. Calliope, you're on Puddin. Alice, are you on Puddin or on M?
She's not gonna get between that.
She'll lower her hand to Alice to pull her up into Puddin.
Okay, Alice will take it and get on Puddin, and she's going to Red around your ways. Normally she's the one in control of the horse and she doesn't trust other people.
Yeah. Awesome. Who's riding on M? I know that sounds dirty. We're not doing the bar joke.
I mean,
as Big Red is just like
Danny and I.
Yeah. Tradition
Danny and I.
states it's got to be at least me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Danny, is Big Red riding on
Yeah.
M? Okay, the two on there, and then Lance as well as Chance on separate camels, and you guys can switch and change, but we're doing this cinematic moment of you all leaving on in this particular format.
Gotcha.
You all start heading out and leave Jedna. And I will say by at least end of day, or at least by the end of late afternoon, you've reached Bavard. If everyone wants to see, it's on the other side of the entire lake before you start heading out into the Tanin Desert. You can choose. We'll pick up right there late afternoon, so you guys can see heading into the deep of the Tanin Desert. So, all right, everyone, this was fun. Thank you so much for a wonderful game. Happy session 17. Lots of money about to be made, lots of money spending. And congrats to those who joined Scanders Guild. For everyone else, you got flexibility, you got options. So it's gonna be fun. All right, y'all. That's it for session 17. See you all next week for session 18. Beware, DM is gonna have luck points. It's my birthday week. Fun times. All right, y'all.
I
Love
don't
you.
want it.
It's your birthday, and you're going to use it to try to kill us worse. That's
Yep.
fine. Nice.
Yep.
I want to just throw it out there. I have luck
Bring
points.
it. Come on, easy peasy. We got
I'll
this.
be giving luck points away. All right, y'all. Love you so much. Till next time. Take care.
See ya.